This is a Headgum podcast.
Hey, buddy, did you miss the big news? The Doughboys are doing a comic book. That's right, Doughboys the comic book, Mitch and Weiger Chew America, Crisis on Infinite Girths is coming soon, and you can pre-order it right now at brkids.com. Each Doughboys comic comes with a toy pack that's a random Mitch or random Weiger. You don't get to choose, but you do get to choose what you want to do with it. Wink. These comics are legitimately the most excited we've been about something at Doughboys in a while. The writer Alex Fearer and the artist Fred C. Stressing have done an incredible job. I mean, just look at this thing. You can see some of these pages here. And hey, I know somebody who's already enjoying it. It's a really, really cool thing that exists, that you can own. And we'd love it if you would order yourself a copy. So go to brkids.com. Check out Doughboys, the comic book. We'll see you in the funny pages. The not-so-funny pages. In 1948, World War II veteran Glenn Bell opened Bell's Drive-In in the Inland Empire city of San Bernardino, California. But it wasn't the Bell restaurant that would make him his fortune, or allow his name to persist after his death. Bell was known to frequent San Bernardino taqueria Meat Le Cafe, which also counted labor leader Cesar Chavez among its regulars, and eventually he learned its recipes from the Mexican-American kitchen staff. Though it's disputed how transparent Bell was about his eventual plans. In 1952, after test driving tacos at his own hot doggery, Bell officially shifted from long meat in a bun to ground meat in a tortilla, and spent the next decade attempting taco-focused concept called Tacotia and El Taco to some success. Then, in 1962, he opened his eponymous Mexican fast food restaurant in the greater LA suburb of Downey, California, implementing the recipes he acquired and/or pilfered from Meat Le Cafe. It was this version that became a global brand, and perhaps it explains why the company has, more than any other fast food chain, focused on recipes themselves. At its corporate headquarters in Irvine, California, just a county away from the first Downey location, stands its Innovation Kitchen, which has cooked up wholly new and wholly inauthentic items over the decades that conceptually push the very boundaries of food itself. The Mexican pizza, the Crunchwrap Supreme, Doritos Locos Tacos, the Cheesy Gordita Crunch, and the sadly discontinued Bell Beefer, taco meat on a hamburger bun, a sloppy Jose, if you will. In 2017, the company began its first major forays into the territory of its Yum brand stablemate KFC, Crispy Chicken. But its Naked Chicken Chalupa, which used a folded chicken patty as a shell, confused consumers, and its Naked Chicken Chips, an attempt at a tortilla chip form factor flat nugget, fell flat. Iteration continued, however, and here, the brand found success not in adding hats on hats, but in simplification. Its 2023 Crispy Chicken Nuggets were a test kitchen hit, and this year they followed up with Crispy Strips, available on their own or as the protein within tacos and burritos. Who knows what the future holds for the Innovation Kitchen? Probably some real weird shit that tastes good as hell. But the company's past is owed in large part to a different kitchen, the Meat Le Cafes. This week on Doughboys, we return once again to Taco Bell for the new Crispy Chicken menu.
It's the Doughboys!
Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about chain restaurants. I'm Tiger Weiger, along with my co-host, Tum Cruise, the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell. Tum like Tums, or Tummy Tum Tum, or just Tom, but pronounced the way Mitch says mom as mum. That's cute. I considered Tum Choose, but at that point, it's so removed from the real thing, I wasn't sure it made sense anymore. Thank you for the best podcast, at Grip Grand, roastedbirdfuck.com. How about that?
Thanks, Grip Grand. I wonder how we got that. It sounds kind of like
sounds a little horny.
It sounds a little horny.
What did you?
By the way, I just want to start this episode off with a prayer.
Okay, great.
It is a Christian podcast.
Dear God, please let this episode go viral. Me and my guest are praying that this episode will go viral. Not just viral, but the most viral any podcast has ever gone. And no monkey paw twists, no new virus. We want it to go viral. Thank you. Amen.
Amen. That was beautiful.
Wow.
Mitch just shook hands with our guest.
My guest and I have discussed. My guest and I, we've discussed virality.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
And what we just want today's episode to go viral.
Well, that's what we all want. We're making internet content.
Yeah.
That's ultimately the goal.
And
And
we're always chasing. Everyone is always chasing the virality.
you're always chasing views. You're always chasing hits, page views.
Yes. Yeah.
And you could be coy about it, or you could do what you're doing and just
You
be
could
honest
pray.
about that's what this is. Yeah, and you could pray to Almighty God.
But you don't want the monkey paw. You don't want a little twist.
Well, that was a smart move you did there,
Yes.
and I caught it.
Mhm.
And I don't know if our listeners caught it, but that was really savvy because you're a man who's prayed before. You know that sometimes God wants to fulfill your wish ironically.
Yes.
And so
He is. I mean, God is like any genie.
yes,
You have to be like, you got to be clear on and all of your wishes.
he's like basically like the top genie. He's like
He
the
is-
most powerful genie.
God is the top genie.
God is a top genie,
God, you're the top genie.
and that's also genie. You're free.
Yeah, and genie, you are free. Who could forget when Robin Williams passed away and Genie was free?
Beautiful. Mitch, I hope this episode does go viral. I hope your prayer works. I have a
But
feeling
not
your
with
prayers
the
are-
monkey. I don't want my
Not
pants
with
to
the
fall
monkey
down
paw,
and my
no.
tiny dick to be out, and then that gets millions of views. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I
really hope that doesn't happen. You were saying that tiny dick guys want their dick to be shown off recently?
well, that's our buddy JF's
Oh, right,
theory.
yeah.
So we guys with small hogs and guys with huge hogs are the ones who are
They
showing them
both
off.
like to show it off. Yeah.
Which I get.
Yeah.
But I was going to say like I thought when you're talking about virality, I thought you meant like ironically that it would be like, oh, it will go viral. You'll all get a virus. Like we'll all get some sort of disease.
No, not that virality.
Yeah.
No. As a man, I'm dealing with long COVID. I don't like. The only viral I like is online.
Yeah, me too.
This virtual insanity we're all living in now. Jamiroquai sang it
boy.
correctly
They were
years ago.
soothsayers,
Yes.
prophets.
You know Dutton loved Jamiroquai and had a Jamiroquai poster in his house in L.A.
Totally buy that.
He loved Jamiroquai.
Yeah.
Jamiroquai.
You ever go to that place? The floors were crazy. Couldn't stand still.
Is this the 1997 MTV Music Video Awards? Hey, can I get a burger? Whoa, a crow.
Sounds funny.
I mean, it is funny. I think we got embarrassed by just doing jokes, just in general.
Yeah, sure.
We got to introduce our guests.
We got to introduce our
but
guests.
also, I had a bathroom breakdown before the episode even started.
I don't
which
think
is
it counts
bad
as a bathroom breakdown because it was pre-show. We hadn't
I was
gotten
going to
into
tell you
yet.
all about it then, but
No, go for it. Go for it.
I listened to Future Islands Seasons.
Okay.
Which is a great Letterman performance.
Yeah.
I think we've said it on here before. And then the other song I listened to was the song that we were listening to beforehand, which is 10% luck, 50% skill. And then we did a Doughboys version that Amelia kind of knocked out of the park because I
What
said
is
like
it?
10% shit and then
10% shit, 5% piss, 5%
cum.
8% piss, 9%
Yum.
yum. Or
Yeah.
crumbs.
Was it all?
So you have 3 body fluids, and then we get to food.
Yeah.
I
I
guess
mean, is
that's
that
what a
wrong?
podcast is. So
Yeah.
Hitting the right
10%
ratios
shit.
there.
Yeah, 50% cum.
What are the actual numbers?
50%.
50% cum. Another 50% cum.
I've heard that. So like I'm
So
so
we're like
out.
150% come.
I'm so out of touch with contemporary music, and I assume that song came out in the past 5-10 years. I don't know what it is, but I've heard it in some.
15 years
It
ago.
came out
15
15 years ago. We were guessing beforehand.
Okay.
Oh, you weren't in the room. I said, guess how many views this has. Everyone, like Amelia and I have a guess like 1.6 million or
Yeah.
something. And our guest guessed 3 million, and then Casey guessed 30 million. It's 380 million views.
Yeah, those songs get like looped endlessly. People are always watching those and listening to that. So like that song, I was trying to think of what context I must have heard that song, but because it would have the only place I hear new music are like at the gym.
My guess is if you play like NBA 2K.
That's what I want. Yes, it was probably in a video game. That's probably where I encountered it.
I was thinking it's also a good workout song. Like it'd be a good running song because
Right.
it's very intense and like heavy driving. So maybe you've
there-
heard it at the gym.
You definitely. I mean, I feel like it was like played for like NBA on NBA ads or
Yes.
something. Like it was like a song that was everywhere. And it's the Linkin Park guy. We also
Yeah.
found out. There's also Remember the Name is also an Ed Sheeran.
You said it wrong before the episode started.
And then I still
Everyone
got it
corrected
wrong.
you, and then you got it wrong again. It's fine.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran song.
Sheeran, you nailed it.
That is also Remember the Name, featuring Eminem and 50 Cent.
How many views does that one have?
That's a great question. You know what I was going to try to look up is how many views Virtual Insanity has, because I bet you.
I would not be shocked if Virtual Insanity crested 1 billion views. I feel like people just listen to that. Like, it's such a popular song.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
The Jamiroquai official Vivo.
By the way, I think Vivo is owned by some huge label. I'm trying to remember what it is, but it's one of those things where just like all these bands have, all these artists have Vivo affixed to their name for their video channels.
You guess 1 billion views?
Yeah.
Anyone else want to get? Oh, our guest is very politely not saying anything.
I looked it
Emma
up,
looked it up.
I looked it up, so I can't answer.
Wags.
Yeah.
Maybe I could disguise my voice.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe like 1.3 billion.
1.3 billion.
Pretty good guess.
Guess what? Whoever that guy is who's guessing it,
Yeah.
way off, less than Remember the Name views.
Wow,
319 million.
That's still a lot of views.
Wow. That's still a lot of views.
It's a lot of views.
Mm.
If this episode does 319 million,
With the viral
it went
sensation.
viral. So, you know.
Look, we have a lot of me and my guests
Yeah.
have a lot of we have a lot, and I've known him for a long time and
Yeah,
never
sure.
heard him. This is new to me. This is a new voice.
Right.
Yeah, I've never done it.
Emma, let's hit him with the drop.
I just want to mention this real quick.
As much as people would
necessarily
think
for the
I don't have a lot of wrist strength,
Fingies.
that's just like a man.
Yeah.
And I'm just like a little boy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Fingies.
Interesting.
That was a good beat. I thought that was a
Good
good
beat.
I thought it was
Yeah.
good. Yes, here is that file. My IG name is @cakewalkbackwards. Cakewalk backwards. But my real name is Shrimp Claw.
Wow.
I won't say what his actual name is. But thank you, Shrimp Claw.
Thanks, Shrimp Claw.
That was a great
Sometimes these have like the drop has like a grand theory behind it. It's like going to isolate one thing and sort of be like, we'll just take that to its logical conclusion. This one I feel like was more kind of just like scattershot, but it did have the fingies as kind of a landing bed. It was an interesting approach.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed it.
I liked
it was
it.
good.
I liked it.
Is this our? We should introduce our
Drops
guests.
at
But is
birdfuck.com.
this our 501st episode? Is that in the order or no?
I don't know if this will be exactly sequential in terms of release. I think we're recording this one a little in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be out July 3rd.
Yes.
Ah.
So it might be 502, 503.
Sorry to our guest.
That's okay. I'm just happy to be here.
We don't apologize to our guest for that. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, don't be weird.
I hope that our guest speaks like this in that voice the rest of the
Yeah,
episode.
maybe I get stuck here.
Speaking of our guest, Mitch, and
Mm-hmm.
speaking of potentially going viral, I have a little surprise of my own.
Wait, what?
I figured because of what our guest is involved in, I might go into Clark Kent mode for this episode. Put on some specs.
Oh my God.
Wow!
Regular 4 eyes.
That's amazing.
Returning to the pod from SNL, Good Neighbor, and the new film Superman in theaters July 11th. Beck Bennett is here. Hi, Beck.
Hi. It's so good to be just go back, drop into my normal voice and just be myself here with you guys. It was really hard not to be a part of it.
I didn't even recognize you as a human being. I'm happy you're back.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, I'm an actor.
Right.
I act and do voices and stuff.
Acting major.
It's just acting major. It just came naturally to me to kind of disguise myself that way, kind of like you are now.
That's right.
Yeah, I can barely tell that you look exactly like Clark Kent.
You gave,
All these-
immediately I thought, it's like falling down to like On Vacation. It's like just like
The direct-to-video falling down sequel.
Yeah, just a little chill.
They
Just
recast
I'm
me
going to the
as Michael
Bahamas.
Douglas.
Yeah.
yeah, there is a seriousness to it, but kind of having fun.
He's having fun, yeah.
Yeah. I like the glasses look sharp wise. I like them.
These are my blue light glasses that I use before bed. So, we'll see if they make me a little sleepy. I think I'll be all right.
Does it help you go to
It does.
sleep?
It helps a lot.
I guess I do have blue light glasses. I
Yeah.
just had to get glasses. I turned 40 and could not see anymore.
Right. It happens.
Yeah,
It happens.
and then at night I've been wearing my glasses. So
Yeah, this is I became a big, because I had insomnia for many, many years. I mean, I'm still dealing with it, but I've gotten big into like light.
Before you had insomnia before insomnia cookies even was out here.
That's true,
Oh,
Mitch.
yeah.
My insomnia diagnosis does predate the existence of the chain insomnia cookies.
Oh,
would've
I
been
thought
nice.
insomnia was because of the cookies. Like I thought
was-
people got inside. I first thought it was the cookies.
No,
So
actually,
you
the
thought
cookies came later.
when you saw
Oh,
insomnia cookies,
yeah.
you thought that was it was like a medical term.
I thought it was no. I just kind of thought it was like, oh, stay up all night, and then it's like stay up all night cookies or something, and then people were eating them, and they were going crazy, and then people started getting insomnia.
That's I think there might be a direct
It could
connection.
I
be.
thought the cookies came first.
Yeah, it
But-
could be ultimately causal there, but I do think insomnia the disease came first. the
Okay,
condition.
that's fair.
Oh,
Okay.
the disease came first.
I
That
think
makes
so,
sense.
yeah.
Respect
I
it.
think so.
Yeah.
I don't know, we can-
I would guess insomnia came before insomnia cookies.
That'd
if
be
I had
my
to
guess.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not a doctor, but I just had a theory there.
Yeah, none of us are doctors.
Yeah,
He's an
no.
actor, though. He could be a doctor.
Exactly.
Have you ever played a doctor?
No, I don't get cast that way.
Oh, you'd be a great doctor.
Thank you.
I
I think that would be going against type
Really, you
for
think
me.
so?
Yeah, I don't usually play smart people.
Oh,
No, it's okay. I am really, really smart as a person. You have to be really, really smart to play dumb people too. So they always say,
sure.
my man.
I sent you an audition I got for a doctor just the other day. It was for him. Formerly
Oh, the
Goat.
movie. Wait, that was a doctor role?
It was a doctor role.
Wow, how about
Oh,
that?
And it
wow.
was like the first line is like
Hi, I'm
this is-
Dr. Dumbass. Went to
I'm
dipshit
Dr.
university.
I mean, like the first thing was like you have a lateral sprain of the whatever, and I was
Yeah.
just like, this is no one is gonna believe me saying those words.
Especially when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, lateral sprain of the whatever. I believe you. I believe you in anything you
But
do.
then I did just audition for a feral man yesterday, which was much better. I fit
Yeah.
like a guy who was like, duh, like I was like,
Great
give me
birthday.
chocolate, and I was like eating chocolate.
Yeah.
Great Birthday Boys sketch, Feral Man.
Hell yeah, my man.
Hell
You were the titular Feral Man.
I was the feral man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was his name? Mark Del Vecchio or something. It was a very funny name. If I remember.
A perfect funny name.
Beck is back.
Beck is back.
Beck
And
is back.
Speaking of
It's
the birth. Oh,
So good to be back. No, you keep going. I was just saying it's great to be back.
It's been too long.
it's been too long. Speaking of the birthday boys, right off the bat, you made me do this in New Orleans. We were just in New Orleans together. List your favorite birthday boys, top to bottom. Go.
Fuck. The members.
Yeah, the members of the birthday boys.
You.
Yeah, I'm a number one.
You're number one.
All right, then we don't have to do the rest of the list.
Okay, great. Thank God. What about your favorite good neighbor?
You, of course.
Thank you.
Beck.
Okay, we don't have to go to anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know,
I'd
yeah.
definitely say you for a good neighbor.
Yes.
Okay,
fuck yeah.
interesting. When-
Birthday
When
boys.
Kyle comes back on the show.
Yeah, it can be Kyle when he comes. It's okay. I get it.
Birthday boys, maybe Ferguson.
Ferguson.
I'll go Ferg.
Of course, you picked a workhorse.
Yeah.
Fucking boring ass answer. A great answer. Ferg's a great actor.
He'd be my Mary. You'd be my fuck. Yeah.
Kill Kowalik, right?
We'll let him do that on his own. We love you, Paul.
Trap.
A piece of cheese tricked me. We know.
The cheese tricked you. Yeah, okay. Wait,
Beck is back.
Beck is
Yeah,
back.
I'm back, baby.
And you're back not just on the podcast, but also back from the bayou. You were down there with the Spoon Man.
I was. We were ripping it up down in NOLA.
We had a blast down in NOLA. And
Wow.
I want to ask you,
Yeah.
name some of your favorite bayou bites.
Oh man,
Well, here's the thing in the bayou.
the first thing that came up.
Sometimes the bites bite back, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Sometimes the bites bite back. Yeah, I actually did have a sandwich that bit me.
Oh my god! Was it a gator sandwich?
No, yeah, it was just like it was
God.
it was haunted.
It was a haunted sandwich.
Yeah, because ghosts are big down there. And
Ghosts
it
are
was,
huge down there.
Yeah, it was a haunted sandwich that I ate, and
Wow.
it took a bite out of me.
We went on a ghost tour together. That is,
We did.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got there late. My flight in was diverted.
Oh no.
There was bad weather in New Orleans, and we got diverted
Mhm.
to what's it called? The other place that's close by New Orleans, Baton Rouge,
Baton Rouge.
I believe. Yeah,
Pussy
and
ass plane.
so I came in. Yeah, it was a
pussy ass
it
plane.
was a pussy ass plane. The pilot was tough.
Oh, really?
The pilot had these huge balls. And he came out to show everybody because he was like, everybody, this is a pussy ass plane. I have huge balls. It wasn't me. And he came out and showed everybody his balls. And we were like, yeah, man. Yeah,
Everyone just
respect.
gave a thumbs up.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was really cool.
I would like to see that if that is the case. But it did delay. You missed half the ghost tour
I came
because
in-
of this.
Just got the end. Got the scariest, nastiest ghost story that I don't even want to.
Which
I don't
maybe
even want to touch it.
Where was the ghost story? Were you walking around the town? Was it centered in one
Yes.
hotel? Okay.
you walked around the town. Which also, by the way, now that I think about it, your plane was diverted and you missed half the ghost tour. Interesting.
Yeah, that really is interesting.
Yeah. It seems like maybe you were a little scared to come on the ghost tour. And you
No.
tried to avoid-
I wasn't scared. I'm fine with ghosts. I didn't
Oh,
divert
really?
the plane myself at all. No.
All right.
I swear. My plane was diverted.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm totally fine with ghosts. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
I believe you.
Yeah, no, I'm not scared at all.
What do you think of the term boo?
Yeah, all right, okay. I missed
diverted the plane.
I diverted the plane myself,
You guys.
but the pilot still had these huge balls. It was amazing.
you guys are
Yeah.
halfway there, and the guy who did the tour it was very funny. He was like, all right, the tour's gonna end at 10 p.m. That's it. He was doing a great job. He had a Ghostbuster shirt on. I give this guy a lot of credit.
So that's like selling it right away.
That's
Ghostbuster shirt on, you're like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and if worst case scenario, we're safe because it seems like he knows some.
He's in
Ghostbusters
touch
thing.
with the ghosts, the pathways and stuff.
Yeah.
The supernatural.
So he had this Ghostbuster shirt on, but he was like very much like I'm gonna be the leader of this tour, and then it was like at 10 p.m. it ends, and then when Beck and Kyle strolled along, I think he was an SNL fan,
Yeah.
and then he was like, the tour ends at 10, but if you want, you can take those wristbands off, and I can give you an extended tour. Like he did that sort of thing.
He was kind of like, I could keep hanging out with you all night.
Yeah,
I could just kind of come along with you and tell you ghost stories if you guys want. And we
Yeah.
were like, we're good. Thank you so much. It was a really great tour. He was a very
He was
nice
great.
guy.
He was
Great guy.
He did great. He did a
But
great
like,
job.
I guess the idea being that if he was hanging out with us and we had these wristbands on and he got caught, he could get in big trouble.
he get $500 fine per person.
No
Wait,
way.
what?
Is that for real?
Yeah.
Is that what he told
That's
you?
what he said beforehand.
Wait, explain. I don't understand. Wait, the
$500.
city. This is
the
a thing the
city
city
says if you
enforces
go over 10 p.m. Yeah, that's what he was saying. Yeah,
for tours.
yeah, for tours. Yeah.
Huh.
Maybe it's a ghost. Maybe the ghosts make that rule. They don't want to be bothered after 10 p.m.
Yeah.
That's a
Probably
great point,
ghost
Emma.
rule.
It is probably ghost rule. We stopped at like it's an American Horror Story. Kathy Bates plays her in American Horror Story. Kind of
Okay.
a horrible last story of this house where like she tortured slaves that she owned. But
Yeah, not good.
Kathy Bates played her in American Horror Story, and Nick Cage bought the house afterwards. But
That's wild.
And he went bankrupt.
and he went
He
bankrupt.
did go bankrupt. Yeah.
So that's kind of the ghost.
That's they were saying that was the
Oh.
ghost. Yeah.
He said that everybody who's owned the house has gone bankrupt, lost their mind, or killed themselves.
Yeah, died. Yeah.
Killed themselves. Yeah, died.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
It was an intense story, and you are not supposed to walk onto the awning because like if you do, you get cursed basically.
Yeah.
A fucked up story, Wags. But then we had some great bites right after that.
We
had
did. That was one of my favorite bite. And
Verdi Mart.
Yeah. Wait, what was it?
Verdi Mart.
Verdi Mart.
Verdi
Yeah.
Mart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's
and
Verdi Mart?
It's like this little. It's a little mart on the corner. Little store, a little quickie mart type thing.
Yeah,
But they had
yeah.
like a huge menu of sandwiches. So your typical like your little bags of chips and drinks and whatnot, and then just at the register, huge menu, like a little deli. in the back.
Wow.
And I had a fried chicken po' boy. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I had a bite of the thing that you had the night before, which
Right.
was called what, the All-Star or the
Oh, I think it was called All That Jazz.
All That Jazz.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
makes more sense.
Mm.
I had a bite of somebody's and I thought it was awful. It was the sloppiest sandwich.
This is
I've
also
ever-
a po' boy. What was the form?
Yeah, but
It's a po' boy.
it had everything on it. It had like
As
all the
roast
meats.
beef, ham, shrimp. Has everything on it.
It was a slippery, saucy situation. I like bit into it, and things were kind of squirting around. I don't like that. It was too much.
That sounds like unga pachka. It's like a little too
that's
many,
his term
too many
that he
components.
says.
What's unga pacha? Is that a term or is
It's
that
a Yiddish term meaning like one too many things
unga
or
pacha.
gaudy, like overstuffed. That sounds like that sandwich.
Yeah, a big part of a good sandwich is the air. Have you heard this?
Yeah, sure.
You need some air in there. You can't have it packed too tightly. This is a sandwich person on Instagram. I picked it up. Just
I love this.
and it's like you need to have some room for the. We were talking about ratios.
Right.
It's all about the ratios.
For
if
sure.
if you have it stuffed with too much stuff, I can't. My brain doesn't know what to focus on.
Right.
A meat stack. We talk about when it's like some we're a meat obsessed culture, Wags.
Yes.
We're just obsessed with meat,
It's true.
and it's like I don't love when a sandwich is like that much meat.
No.
That's not a sandwich. It's the different components.
That's like a steak of cold cuts.
That's what
I don't
exactly.
want
We
that,
don't
yeah.
want that.
No,
we don't want
absolutely
that.
not. No,
No, yeah,
absolutely
you don't want you need that negative space, like you were
Mhm.
saying, that ma.
A little air.
the mom.
Right. Yeah.
You need a little air in there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
What is your favorite? Because like when you say po' boy,
Mhm.
I instantly just think of a shrimp po' boy. That's like my favorite, and I feel like that feels to me very much like I'm down into bayou. Like what other context am I getting a shrimp sandwich?
A shrimp po' boy is great.
To me, that's the classic po' boy, but I could be completely wrong. I've been to New Orleans once in my life.
I'm just gonna tell you right off
Yeah.
the bat, you are completely.
What is
wrong.
the classic
Really?
po' boy?
What's
The classic po' boy, I think, is the roast beef.
Roast beef,
with
okay.
the what do they call the gravy? The gritty gravy. They have some sort of name for it. They have some sort of name for it's like trash. Like a
Trash?
Garbage pail or something?
Goo.
no. Hold on.
Just cum? Do they just call it
Cream.
cum?
No, they don't call it
Jizz.
cum.
It's like
It's jizz.
give me
I
all
think
the
it's
jizz
jizz.
on there.
No, it's not jizz. It might be jizz. Hold on a second.
Is it the red gravy? Is that what you're talking
Red
about?
gravy.
Oh no,
What's the gravy
Brown's red gravy.
All that
Cajun
jazz.
gravy.
All that
on
jazz.
po' boys?
All that jazz is a little kind of spunky. Kind of like
Yes.
we put all that jazz on there. We jazzed it up.
I'm
No, thank you. You want me to put my jazz on there?
Debris gravy.
debris.
Debris gravy.
Debris.
Debris gravy.
Well, I mean, I think it's
I
just
get
called
why
debris.
you thought trash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
it's adjacent.
Debris.
Debris.
See, I would not think that. I like when somebody told me somebody had like a roast beef po' boy. I was like, what? That doesn't register to me.
I mean, I could be. Look,
They call
I'm
it they pronounce it debris, not
Debris.
debris. but
Debris.
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 Yeah,
Debris.
Yeah. But that's. I don't remember a lot of the other bites we had.
We went to a couple fancy. We went to
Yeah.
Achafala, I think it's called.
That was on Saturday.
That was on Saturday.
That was really good.
That was a good. Those were some good.
Was that
bites.
like a classic sort of, Cajun sort of restaurant? What kind of food we're dealing with?
Yeah, I think elevated Cajun.
Got it,
I think Cajun food can be elevated. I'm just saying, like
I know
a
what you mean.
fancier restaurant. Yeah.
You had a fantastic looking gumbo.
I did have a very good gumbo. You seemed jealous because I think that you were thinking about doing the gumbo and then you didn't do it.
I didn't, and I highly regretted it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'll go back.
I could sense that. You were kind of shaking the whole
Yeah,
dinner.
and I was like, and my jaw was sticking out. I was like sticking my tongue out at you, doing stuff under the table you couldn't see. But yeah,
Were you flipping me off under the table?
yeah, a little bit. So what? It made me feel better. It made me relax a little
Yeah.
bit.
That's fucking bullshit.
I mean, try it out.
Um,
It feels great.
That's not under the table. That's fucking right above the table, you
What would you
dipshit.
rather have? You want us to talk behind your? You want us to go under here? Like
Yeah, that's better, honestly. It's not right in my
What do you
face.
think we're doing back here all day?
What the hell?
Oh shit! Yeah, you're looking up there. You got to look down there. So that's
Down
really
here.
good. Damn, dude.
I hate getting
Casey's
flipped
doing
off. Casey,
What?
What?
I hate getting flipped off. It's one of my least favorite things. Don't flip me off.
As a Boston guy, he can't handle that.
Ugh. I got flipped off once at a Red Sox game. I lost my mind.
Oh man,
The opposing team's fan flipped me off. Why? 'Cause you hate getting flipped off.
I hate getting flipped
is
off.
that for real? You hate the flip?
When I get flipped off, I flip out. I turned down your podcast. I guess it's too late. Maybe we'll get a warning
I'll
beforehand.
fix it.
Is gumbo one of the most fun food words to say?
Yeah.
Gumbo.
Gumbo.
Right up there is jambalaya.
Jambalaya. Oh, man.
Right there.
Jambalaya is more fun than
You
that.
fool! You
Jambalaya.
forgot jambalaya over
was
gumbo.
right there.
It was right there.
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a hoot.
That's a hoot. Yeah.
What about what is the other one? What is it?
Etouffee. See, but that one I don't have any confidence in pronouncing, so I get
Yeah.
so it's less fun for me.
Etouffee?
Yeah.
What is that?
Etouffee. I don't know.
Etouffee.
It's
I also don't
French,
really know what
right?
it is.
Yeah. Sounds French.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think it's gumbo.
I think it's a dish
gumbo
just made up
adjacent.
of a bunch of bones.
It is a Cajun Creole dish from Louisiana that translates to smothered in French.
Got it.
Oh.
As you say.
Didn't even
Etouffee.
listen.
It's mostly bones. Got a
It
lot
is
of bones
mostly
in there.
bones, right?
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
just a
mostly
pile of
bones.
bones.
Totally.
Yeah, you
It's
just
a big pile
suck
of
the
bones.
gravy off the bones.
Yeah, you suck the gravy off.
Get
the
a little
bones.
of the meat, kind of like a stew.
Yeah, it's debris on
Debris.
bones.
Etouffee.
Yeah.
Low key fun to say quesadilla. I know it's not. We're not talking
Sure.
Cajun, but like
Yeah.
quesadilla is pretty fun
Ooh, a
to say.
Cajun quesadilla.
Cajun
That's
quesadilla
fun.
would be fun.
Ooh,
Cajun
yeah.
quesadilla just is
Cajadilla?
there's some alliterateness to it.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Saunders.
Cajun date?
Quesadilla.
Quesadilla? Quesadilla.
Quesadilla.
What do you put in that bad boy? Shrimp and some spices?
I guess
Creole
so, yeah,
spices?
probably,
That's
yeah,
pretty
blackened
fucking
shrimp.
fun.
I think you could have like a little bit of a, you could have even like I was thinking like a gumbo style birria taco. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
that's
Like
fun.
kind of
That's
like a
fun
little
as
bit of
hell.
a yeah.
That's fun as hell.
Ooh, that could
that
be huge.
That's this is well. Speaking of huge,
Yeah.
Yes.
we got to talk some business here.
Yes.
First of all,
Yeah, we're about to taco about some business.
well,
Sure. Ooh.
that's what we're talking about.
But
We're talking
what-
about personal business.
yeah, personal business.
Okay,
We've
good.
been talking about this. Well, you go ahead. You go ahead. I'll follow your lead.
Well, no, I'll follow your lead.
No, I was just gonna say we were talking about doing this, and we were getting very excited. We have a whole plan of things to talk about,
We had a whole plan of
including
things to
the
talk about.
prayer at the beginning.
The prayer at the
for
beginning
going
was
viral.
planned out, just so you know.
I thought
Yeah.
that was great.
It was the first attempt to go viral.
And we'll see how well it goes. It's kind of up to the listeners and everything. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah. And if it does, then you got to pray every episode.
Second attempt to go viral is we're gonna pitch a movie quickly.
Yeah. What?
Beck Bennett, Mike Mitchell in The Warner Brothers.
Yeah. That's right.
the titular
we-
Warner
We
Brothers.
play
are
the
the
Warner
Warner
Brothers.
Wow.
We have Hollywood Adventures. We go around town having Hollywood Adventures. Maybe there's a crossover with the studio where we visit the studio.
Yeah, where
That's
we
fine.
guest on the studio.
Yeah. But we're the Warner Brothers. We have fun Hollywood Adventures. It's a property.
Yeah.
What do you think of this?
We're,
Wags?
we're really bad. Our pitches are awful.
Yeah,
That's
because
fun though.
Yeah.
Even though it's Warner Brothers Studios,
Right.
like we're like the Nepo.
So you're like,
kids,
you're
kinda,
like
we're
the failed grandchildren. or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
We're still the Warner Brothers,
track
and,
that.
and we wear our grandpa's clothes, maybe.
Yes, that's
yeah,
fun.
so
yeah.
we're like wearing old timey
And
Hollywood
we live
clothes.
we live in the Warner Brothers water tower like the
Yeah.
Animaniacs.
That's
kinda.
what
Exactly.
it's making me think of Animaniacs, and then when you say you live in the water tower like the Animaniacs, I'm like, this is just a direct reference to the very popular.
We also have a
cartoon.
sister as well,
Yeah.
Dot. Her name is Dot.
Yeah, all right. Well, now I think this is getting too close to
But
Animaniacs.
she's animated, and
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
live action,
Okay.
just us.
We're live action, but they will draw over us.
Yeah.
Do you think this has
CGI,
any
but
legs?
fully drawn over? Yeah.
I would just, I feel like you probably could just streamline it a little bit and just simplify it a little bit. Well, I mean, I think like it was more like you guys are two dipshit, again, Nepo kids
Right.
in the Warner Brothers family. You're the Warner Brothers, like that I can track.
Right.
And it's a little bit more grounded than the version where, again, you're living in the water cooler tower and
With an
directly
animated
referencing the
sister and the
Animaniacs,
animator over
Sure,
our
yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly,
yeah. We're
Just
open
keep
to
it
changes.
simple.
Yeah,
Just keep it simple, yeah.
Okay, great. Then we'll just do the Warner Brothers thing. And
Yeah.
skip Dot the sister. Is that her name?
Yeah. Dot the sister is
Dot
out.
the sister.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And you're going to be named Wacko and Jacko, right?
Of
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's Michael Jackson references.
Yes, right, yeah. I love that.
I think a Warner Brothers property. Warner Brothers, you have your own property. The Warner Brothers.
That's fine.
Absolutely.
Green light
a
it.
Go
huge
nuts.
property.
They're gonna go nuts.
And they could just so we're gonna guest on the studio, right? And we're gonna do a movie or
We're gonna do a
series?
movie. I think we're gonna do a movie. I think a movie. I think is what it is.
Maybe even a series of movies, like old school, kind of like Chaplin or like
Laurel and Hardy
Laurel
sort
and
of.
Hardy,
Yeah.
kind of
All the
like
Carry On movies.
yeah,
And
yeah.
we're gonna clean up Hollywood.
That's fun.
And
That's
bring
another
it back
part.
to
Bring it back to what it
what
was.
it was.
Wow.
Yeah, back in the day.
We
you know.
wrote one scene where
It's never
we, like,
good to make things like they used to be. You're always on the wrong side of history if you're like, let's make it like it was.
Right.
That's always a bad thing.
We have one scene where we get like a really big cartoony bomb and we explode Harvey Weinstein's jail cell. We get him out. We bring him back to Hollywood. So Weinstein's back.
Yeah.
We're just bringing it back to the way it used to be. Yeah. Do you like this?
That makes you sound like just like bad guys. That makes you sound like villains.
No, but like lovable bad guys, like screw up bad guys. And we learn a little bit along the way.
You learn like your heart was in the right place.
Yeah,
You're like we got to bring back this Oscar-winning producer.
Yeah,
and you just didn't really do your homework in terms of who you were.
In the end, we put him back in the jail cell, and
right.
his cellmate. He looks over, and it's a bomb, but it has like the the jail uniform on. You know what I'm saying? It's like a trick.
So now he has to live with a bomb.
We're not going to write it exactly, but these are just pitches for like the show, the movie that we want to do.
Yeah.
But like you can write it if you want.
Oh, sure, yeah. I'll write something.
You could be in it too with us if you want.
I mean, if you want me to.
You can't be one of the brothers.
You can't be one of the brothers.
Like,
we could animate Dot over you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I could be the sister.
Okay.
We could animate Dot over you.
Okay.
But yeah, I think also we we pitch funny ideas and things like that, like a lot like this, like kind of like this.
Kind of like this. Yeah, like
maybe it's about us like pitching the Warner Brothers idea to a bunch of studios, I guess.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're just pitching ourselves to studios. Maybe we're like the Warner Brothers, and we're like stupid, and we don't know what's going on, and we get to have our own movie.
Something along those lines.
That's fun.
Yeah. I mean, we got like a bag of gags or something like that, like physical gags, like old school like chickens and like spray bottles and like
You're saying like a live chicken?
Yeah, like live chickens and little
anvils,
any sort of farm animals that we can bring into the room. Like anvils, the seltzer water.
Right.
Yeah.
The squirtin' flour, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
I like the hot foot. That's an old school gag you don't see anymore.
You're acting like a fucking exec right now. You're not excited about this. You're just picking apart the idea.
I'm not picking apart the idea. I'm
he's collaborating with us. Yeah. He likes the idea. I want
to help shape it though. You know what I mean? I want to be a part of this process.
You're acting like a freaking suit.
How dare you, Mitch?
Maybe it's the glasses. I don't know.
Mitch, I would never be a suit. That's the gravest insult. That's worse than flipping me off.
I'm sorry.
Calling me a suit.
Damn, you went too far.
You know what? That's better now. We made it better.
Yeah.
It's not as bad.
You're a creative. We're all creative.
We're all creative. We are all creatives here.
Yeah.
Love to self-identify as a creative.
Absolutely.
Favorite kind of guy. I'm a creative.
I'm a creative. I just, that's how I just.
I'm a creative.
I'm a content
producer. I'm a creative.
Yes, yeah.
These are things these are important to me.
Yeah.
That's why we came to Hollywood. Content creation, being a creative.
And to build the brand.
Building brands.
Building brands and selling them.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for you, which is, I was going to change the subject. We can keep going here.
No, I think that we've fully depleted.
Yeah, we kind of ran out of our Warner Brothers.
Yeah, we kind of honestly, I think we ran out of the Warner Brothers stuff as soon as we said we were the Warner Brothers. We ran around pitching wacky ideas. I don't know.
It's pretty good.
Well, hopefully, an exec out there hears this, and we can come in and meet with you and talk about the Warner Brothers.
And maybe an exec over at Warner Brothers, per chance.
Yeah, maybe Warner Brothers wants to make that.
Which
see.
is
Warner Brothers
releasing a movie that Beck is maybe in.
I'm definitely in the Warner Brothers family, so this is this could be huge.
Wait, since you're talking about brothers, Mitch, I know you don't have a brother. Beck, do you have any brothers?
Wow, just. I just like that. I was hoping it was going to end there. Speaking of brothers, Mitch, you don't have any. All right, so moving on.
Mitch has a sister. Your sister Courtney.
Courtney, yeah.
But that's no brother.
No,
that's no brother.
I have one brother.
He has no idea what it's like to have a brother.
Right.
Yeah.
Amelia reminded me that the Gator was here from New Orleans. We bought this on the Gator tour, Wags. Beck was with me when I bought this.
Yeah,
how
absolutely.
fun.
I was right there in the gift shop.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Gator head that's on a stick for our audio listeners.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Mitch kind of ventriloquizes.
For the 500th episode.
Yes.
Which maybe sucked. This episode our guest was great, but I was saying we sucked.
Oh, on this episode?
I thought 500 was okay.
500 was okay? Okay.
Yeah. We kind of suck on this episode.
We're sucking today?
Yeah, we're doing pretty bad, but Beck's great.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling comfy.
We're doing bad? This is supposed to be the viral episode.
Kiss the Gator. It'll be okay.
Fuck. So wow. Got teeth.
Careful. I know. I was gonna say.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are doing bad. I'm doing good.
You're doing great.
But we're only like, how long's the episode? We got 35 minutes on the clock right now.
Is this a question out of concern, or
Usually between 90
is it
and
concern
120
for
minutes.
the episode, or concern for like when the fuck do I get to get?
Yeah,
out?
No,
to
it's
get-
like
to
it's
get
just
to.
trying to find viral moments in it. You know what I mean?
That's a great
which,
point.
Which maybe we'll talk about this, but maybe we'll like act something out later that we can put online, and maybe it'll draw people.
Yeah,
to
we
the
can do
episode.
some
Got
sort
it.
of. I mean, I feel like our dais is more in tune with what goes viral, but it's fine. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
This is gonna go
but
viral.
What you got? Any ideas over there?
No.
You know, Amelia was telling us while you're in the shitter for 20 minutes. Amelia was telling us that
It wasn't 20 full minutes. I just listened to 2 songs.
that your routine, your skincare routine, you put beef tallow on your face every night.
I'm
What?
a French
Really?
fry. I'm a certified French
Yeah.
fry.
Isn't that wild?
Did this start after RFK became the?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
But back to the brothers. Yeah, I have
Yes.
2 brothers.
You have 2 brothers. Okay.
I have an older brother and a younger brother.
Oh,
right
wow,
there in the middle.
okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
3 years apart each. But 3 years apart to be each of my brothers.
I have an older brother, Nate, my alpha older brother. He's
alpha.
very cool and successful.
Oh, he's alpha.
Yeah.
What makes him alpha?
He's just like not like me.
He's the fucking
Yeah.
man.
I think you're alpha. Look, especially with
No.
those glasses. Yeah, like
Really?
sometimes you kind of just you're like, "What's up? It's me. I'm here." Sometimes you're not like, "Oh, you okay? Let me help you," or like, "Oh, is that okay?" You're like, you're confident. You're grounded.
Oh,
Look
Yeah,
at how he's
I-
reacting to you saying he's alpha.
I
He's
know,
not.
I
He's a
don't
very.
think-
He's
I don't think of myself this way, but
he's
I
as
like
beta
hearing
as
it.
they
But
come.
you've got some alpha energy, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not alpha.
So what does your brother do?
He works in tech.
He works in tech. Does he work in the Bay Area, or is he?
No, he's down in San
Texas?
Diego.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
San
Okay,
Diego.
San Diego.
But no, good guess. I mean, like that's where you should go, Silicon Valley or Austin. That's where tech
He's
is.
a content creator for X, the social
Wow,
platform. Yeah.
just a content creator for X.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Congrats.
He works in tech.
My older brother is a painter.
That's cool.
Cool as hell.
In Oakland.
Wow.
Yeah, he paints paintings.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's great. He has a studio underneath his house. It's like kind of like a tiered. I don't need to describe the house, but he has a studio there. And then my younger brother's a beer brewer.
Whoa.
He's the head brewer at Cerebral Brewing in Denver.
That's
Colorado.
amazing.
A creative family
That's
all
so
around.
cool.
Very creative
All the
family.
Yeah,
boys.
all
A bunch of creatives.
A bunch
I
of
come from
creatives.
creative, so
If I was
So I
a
did.
painter, you know what I'd do? I'd paint like a portrait of myself and then let that get old and then I would not age.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless
Well,
you,
I'm sorry.
unless,
Wait,
unless
hold. You let the
Is that
painting
how
get
painting
old
works?
so that you could stay young.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
painting gets older, and then I'm eternally young, and then I just keep the painting up in the attic. Maybe later on, someone will discover it.
and destroy,
and-
and they destroy it, you might be in trouble.
Yeah, that could be a whole thing. But
Mhm.
for now, I'd be fine.
And another good thing is if you want to paint yourself to be young, you could just paint yourself, paint your face.
That's also
That's true
to
too.
be
Yeah,
young. Yeah.
Yeah.
that'd be pretty.
That
useful.
you might look slightly more insane if you do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's more insane, painting yourself young or painting a picture to keep yourself young. I don't know which one would be considered more
Weiger's
insane.
version of the substance.
Here's the question I was going to ask you. And
You
this
would
is
also
food
you'd have
related.
to see all your loved ones and friends pass.
Well, that's the curse of eternal life.
yeah.
As we
Yeah, it
see
really
it in
is.
Tuck Everlasting or the
Mhm.
Highlander or what have you.
Of course.
In just a couple of years, I'll probably be gone. You know, that's one.
What I think about with I want to give yourself more than a couple years.
All right, 5-6 years.
Okay.
Yes.
What I think about is if you actually have eternal life, then you would outlive all life on Earth, right? You would outlive the time itself, right? Ultimately, like the universe would collapse in and of itself, depending on the rules of
So
immortality.
are you going to be floating?
You would just-
that's exactly what I
you would
thought.
just
You're
be
going
a
to be floating
consciousness
around.
that's floating, that's just adrift, that's just completely alone and isolated. And then soon, the amount of
Maybe-
time that you spend in that reality will be more than the time you actually spent on Earth.
Oh my
Isn't
god,
that weird?
that sucks.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
You'd
No,
be a
absolutely
log
not.
floating in the universe's toilet, basically.
I
That's
guess
it.
so. yeah.
exactly what it is.
Just in a giant
just a
white
big old
void.
log floating around. Yeah, I don't want to be alive forever.
No, me neither.
I would honestly, it's hard. I feel like I always think like I don't want to get that old.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be like living that old with
Yeah.
a lot of complications. But I don't know. I can't. I can't. I feel it feels wrong to like really put it out there because then I might regret saying that. You know.
Right.
You know what? I just don't want to get up to the age of like, hey, Shunny. I don't want to get to that age. Like a hey,
You just
Shunny.
don't want to say, "Hey, Sonny."
Yeah,
I think you
basically.
could avoid that.
Yeah, I could probably
You could
avoid it.
Yeah. You could be like,
Hey,
little
Dan.
guy.
Yeah, hey guy. Yeah, hey guy. How are you?
You're set.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like. I just imagine like just like the runniest diarrhea all day long for some reason, and like being
As
like
if you're
having a
eternal- yeah.
catheter in, just like really old, like just going to the bathroom all the time,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
diapers and like not being able to hear anybody or see anything.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No, that sounds. I think the diarrhea part of it maybe wouldn't be the worst for me as a
Oh.
non-regular guy.
Yeah.
I think the fact that like being regular would be okay. I think the brain stuff is the thing that would scare me more. So
Yeah.
yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't want gray pubes.
That's a
look
good
down,
point.
I get big nest of gray pubes.
That's
Fucking
why you
disgusting.
don't want to get older.
Yeah.
That's why you might like off yourself before you get too old. Once you start seeing gray
Exactly.
pubes,
Once
you're
I
done.
see single silver pube.
Yeah,
jumping off a
I could
bridge.
not live with myself
Yeah.
with any
Would you
gray
dye
pubes.
them?
Yeah, just dye them.
I'm gonna dye my pubes.
That's
Oh, wow.
embarrassing.
It's insane.
Gray hair, pitch black pubes.
You'd be showing everybody your pubes. You'd be like walking around with some low cut trousers, just the fluff hanging out on top.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, yeah, I'm gray up here, but check this out. That's got to be legal, right? To
I think it's
show,
100% legal.
like low cut front jeans.
I
why
wonder at
not?
what point is it indecent exposure? Like, there's got to be some sort of legally defined threshold. It probably depends
Yeah.
on what state you're in.
I mean, maybe if you can see the top of the leg creases up here, you know?
Yeah, or can you
Or-
see like
I say,
a little bit of neck?
I'm gonna call it right now. Summer of pubes. Let's get them out.
You think it's a summer of pubes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
It
get.
felt like for a while people were like let's get rid of pubes, and pubes were out entirely.
I feel
I
like
can't
pubes
sh-
have to be back.
I
pubes
can't.
should come
I
back.
can't fully shave everything down there because it looks.
You might accidentally shave off your dick.
Just one wrong move and the whole thing's gone.
Can I give you a plus side of silver pubes?
Please.
No werewolf is gonna come and suck you off.
That is kind of nice.
Wait, I'm sorry. If he has silver white
Yeah.
pubes, silver, you can call them
silver
Silver,
pubes.
yeah, silver
pubes.
pubes.
silver pubes are different than white pubes.
Silver pubes are
There's
different.
silver in
than-
there.
Because
Yeah,
that's like
context,
that's the idea of like, oh, if you have gray hair, then a werewolf can't get you.
Yeah.
But if he had silver implants,
Oh, okay.
Silver
Oh,
pube implants.
Silver. Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just figured silver. I know that werewolves don't like silver at all, so I figured the silver
Right.
pubes would keep them away.
yeah, not grays, not grays.
Grays wouldn't do it. They'd have
Yeah.
to be silver.
They have to be
Specifically
silver. It has to be nice in between. So you have a few years there where it's like a nice, you know what I mean? You got
Right.
a nice window there where you're not going to get
You're
sucked
not
off by a
gonna get
werewolf.
sucked up by a werewolf.
Here's what I wanted to ask, Beck.
That's my biggest fear, honestly.
Can I? I don't want to
Yeah, go
interject
for
one
it.
last time.
Go
You're
ahead.
going to get your question. I was just going to say this. It's not about. I mean, I will also say that a lot of Draculas also don't like silver either. It depends on the. This
Wait,
is just
really?
Yeah, silver.
certain
Silver, I
Dracula
think,
lore?
does go over between Draculas and werewolves, but this wasn't about that.
Okay.
This was about the bathroom, and I got like some shit online for a bathroom breakdown and play the music in there.
Yeah.
And then they're like, that's just like attracting people to know that you're shitting. But I think people don't understand how echoey that bathroom is. And I would rather have music blaring in that bathroom than like hear like little fart sounds occasionally.
I think there's
Yeah.
also an aspect of it's for you,
for
not
you.
for other
It's
people.
all for you.
That's
You
a
know what I
great
mean?
point. Yeah.
It does because it's like well, like I could maybe hear a tinny phone speaker from the bathroom, but not really. I'm not really paying attention to what's going on in there.
Yeah, wouldn't you rather hear like 10% whatever instead of hearing like little like
Yeah,
that
sure.
to me is like way more embarrassing.
I mean, for you, but for me, I would rather hear the little.
Because it's funny.
It's funny.
Yeah, it is
Oh,
funny.
there's a little too. And it's like no judgments.
Yeah, but that is the truth. I'm not laughing with you. I'm getting laughed at. In
Right.
That scenario.
And then you tighten up and you can't let anything out.
That's the worst case.
That's
You got
that
it.
is the worst case scenario. Unless I am doing a little, and then you're laughing, and I'm also like that. Well, like I know that my friend is laughing.
That's fun.
Well, yeah. But I'm too self conscious doing that. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope.
And then there are the people who are like not at all self-conscious about it, which I'm sure at some point, at some level, is freeing. Like I'd like to be in that place where it's just like, oh yeah, I'll just like I can take a shit wherever. I'm never gonna be worried about someone listening in or having an opinion on what I'm doing.
I'm kind of that guy.
Are you really?
I'm kind of okay
That's
with pooping
enviable.
anywhere.
Wow.
Not that I'm like I'm a pretty solid pooper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But, like,
that's what I was gonna say. It seems like you're a regular guy.
Yeah, pretty nice logs.
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty smooth
I can
moves.
confirm
it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I definitely did have that thing.
Can you explain how you can confirm?
Yeah. Wait.
Dude, I've known this guy for almost 20 years. Okay,
You've seen a lot
Yeah,
of
he's
logs?
seen my logs.
we were battling sketch groups for a long time. Birthday Boys, Good Neighbor.
Yeah.
The war has finally ended.
War has finally ended
war
in
is
New
finally
Orleans.
over.
that's nice.
Yeah, we
it's
finally called peace on it. But
Beef
we've
squashed.
I've known Beck longer than I've known you, maybe Nick, which is
That's
kind of
wild.
crazy.
Wow. Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we go back.
We go right
Wow.
back.
Yeah, so we know each other's logs.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I've seen.
But yeah,
you see your friend's log if you know him long enough. You've seen a log or two.
yeah.
Your best friends, you've seen their logs.
They
Yeah, I
leave
get
one.
pictures.
I have.
Wait,
What?
I get pictures of my
Wow.
friends'
You were
logs.
just explaining this to me the other day.
Also,
and I was like, wow.
Scorpion
Wait, she
sends-
was just explaining this the other
About her
day.
and Scorpion, they send
Me and
pictures of their
Scorpion
poop.
send each other's logs to each other.
Damn, that is like.
Scorpion, your father.
Yeah.
Okay, for our listeners, you and your dad are texting pictures of each other's shit.
Yeah.
How often? How often?
Like once every maybe like once in a blue moon, like once or twice, so like a
And
week,
so
a
are
month.
these like, wow, what a good one, or is it like, wow, look at this goofy poop?
It's like blood this time. Or
Oh
like,
my
Jesus.
god! Is there any warning shot? Like, hey, can I send you one?
No.
No, it's just like, boom,
just go
Scorpion
for
gets
it.
you.
Yeah.
So if you get an image from Scorp in the middle of like a meeting, you're like, I can't.
I
It's
can't.
dangerous.
It's usually a picture of poop or his scalp to show that he's balding.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Can you put me on that chain? I would love to be a part of that. It seems like a guy would welcome any additions. Be fine with any stranger hopping on.
This, honestly.
Yeah.
Now, if you got silver pubes but a bloody log, I don't know what that means for Dracula. If he's gonna come and get you, or if he's gonna stay away. I have no.
Well, he's
idea.
gonna come, and then he's gonna be repelled, and he's gonna be so frustrated.
Yeah.
Right.
Just give me
What
the
hell?
log.
Yeah, mixed messaging.
Just give me that freaking log. Will y'all get out of here? A bloody log to Dracula is like it's like a Snickers bar to do a Dracula.
Mitch, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
didn't
go
like hearing
fucking
that.
viral here.
Here's my
Yeah,
question.
yeah. Go on. You wanted that to be the viral moment?
I was trying to get some viral moment. He's telling us that we're bombing.
I don't know. You're doing great.
Fuck, dude. He does not think you're doing great.
He does not. I know. He puts his glasses on. He thinks he's above all of us.
I don't think that.
He thinks he's Clark Kent over here.
Yeah.
Do you want me to take them off? I'll take them
No,
off.
no. We like it. We like it.
Okay.
Looks pretty cute.
You
Yeah.
ask him your question.
Here's my question.
Yeah,
Mm.
You're the voice of, I believe the character is named Hank the Buffalo
that is correct.
in the
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings spots.
Mhm.
Do you have any sort of in where you get to try new buffalo sauces and Buffalo Wild Wings sauces and rubs before they go
Can I answer?
national?
Can I answer for
Yeah.
you? No, you idiot. Am I right?
That's true. Yeah. No, I don't get any preview. I mean, I guess at the commercials, if there's an item that hasn't come out, I could try it.
Yeah,
but
sure.
typically I'm like, oh, this is like prop food.
Right.
But there are people like making it sort of perfectly in the kitchen. It's very edible.
But the
obviously,
character is like, CG, right? You're like,
Yes.
and so you're, but
Wait,
you're
hold on
on
a second.
set.
I am on
The
set,
character
yeah.
is CG, right? What do you think it's a real buffalo?
Well, I don't know.
You never know. I mean, it looks real.
Yeah, it
It
looks
does
good.
look very real.
He's a real buffalo.
It does. It looks very, very real.
It's real to me.
Or sometimes there's like a physical,
Yeah.
like a physical thing that's enhanced with CG. I don't know.
There is a stand, and they have like a gray one, and then they have like a real hairy head, and then they have this ball that's a mirror, and these other like things that they put in. But I stand there and I interact with the on-camera talent,
Wow,
and I
so-
improvise with them, and like.
Oh, so
know,
you're there.
You are
You're
on
there.
set.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
it's so much fun because I
great.
don't have to be on camera,
right.
but I still get to perform and do the character and like just kind of hang out most of the day.
I saw the
It's really-
first commercial, the first one of those that aired. I texted you and I was like, "You're the Buffalo Wild." Like
Yeah.
I didn't know that you were going to be the Buffalo Wild Wing
Yeah,
guy.
kind of came out of nowhere.
Came out of
There's
nowhere.
no press release or anything. I was just Hank.
You're Hank.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's one of the best characters I've ever played.
Wow.
I'm one of my favorite actually. Like it's just it's fun to like play this buffalo for 2 years now.
I think Hank has immediately skyrocketed to the top of the mascots. I'm just saying. I feel like mascot is a thing of the past, and I like that Buffalo Wild Wings has a mascot. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Ronald, as we know, has like basically been laid to rest.
They've kind of sunset Ronald.
Yeah,
Ronald
Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, they feature Grimace a little bit.
Yeah,
but they're leaning away from Ronald for whatever reason.
Yeah.
The Wendy's, Wendy's doesn't have the Wendy's mascot in its current like advertising at all.
In the like the whatever you call it.
They have Wendy. They have Wendy in the logo.
Yeah.
It's still part of the brand, but they don't have like for a while they had different portrayals of Wendy herself in their ads. They're not doing that right now.
B-Dubs.
Papa John obviously gone. Jared Fogel's gone.
Yeah, Jared
Fogel's gone.
Yeah.
Who's left? The Burger King was there for a while, but he's not around anymore.
No, Burger King is gone. Yeah.
I mean, you got the Gecko, but that's not food.
Yeah, it's not
That's
food.
not
Yeah.
food.
That's insurance or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that pisses me off. When I see him, I'm hungry, and I'm like, "What are you selling?" As insurance. It sucks.
I mean,
like,
eat that gecko.
I want to eat that. I want to fucking eat that.
Oh, fucking roast him up.
Which is with your character, it's a buffalo that does have wings. So the question is like, is his kind getting like slaughtered and eaten?
I think he's more of a magical being. Got it. He's more of a magical wing being. Yeah.
Right.
Kind of like he's one of a kind.
Yeah.
Like a griffin or a chimera or something like that. Like
unicorn.
a mythological creature.
Absolutely, 100%.
That's fun.
Yeah, so I'm Hank, and that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, Hank is freaking awesome. I love Hank.
Yeah.
You know what I like is that desert heat they got there. So the dry rub, because I'm a bit of a heat seeker, and that one's like it's potent, but it's not the one where it's like at the absolute top, like they're wild or whatever, which I can handle. But I also, just as far as a sauce delivery mechanism, I like the dry rub over the sauces.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's I can't do that.
I think it's better for dipping too.
Really?
Yeah, you get the
you
dry
get more
rub.
dip.
Yeah, it's easier to dip in like a ranch or a blue cheese or what have you. I was curious about since we're talking chicken, and you have this connection to B-Dubs, which has boneless and bone-in, and we got tendies we're talking about today as well as nugs. What is everyone's favorite chicken form factor if we're talking about like? Because I'm a whole bird guy. Like I like bone in. I like if I'm having wings, I like bone in over boneless. But Mitch, I know you're a boneless guy.
I mean, look, yes.
We're not talking exclusively. Like, we're not saying, like, you have to be committed to this, but just, like, what's your favorite?
I like a great boneless buffalo finger or boneless buffalo wing, like in New England. I mean, look, I'm just saying New England because they make them good ones. Look, everyone gets mad at me anytime I bring this up, and they got mad at me that I was like forcing you into saying the ones in Quincy were. I was like, you get it now, and you did. You said you got it.
You didn't force me to say that. I had a good time going to that bar in Quincy with you.
Yeah, he had a great time with you, man.
He had fun.
You can let that sink in. He had a great time with you.
I had a great time with him.
That's so sweet.
A lot of fun.
You guys got to appreciate those moments. You guys are really special, what you guys have done over the last 10 years. Like, you guys have created a lot of wonderful things for the community out there. And it's really special, and you guys should really appreciate that.
Oh.
Viral attempt number 3.
Wait, did you mean any of that?
No! No, I did. I really did.
We had a lovely time. We had a great time. I think you get angry at all these fans out there in the ether. Like, just don't worry about it. Don't anticipate the negative comments. Because also, they'll zero in on something you weren't expecting, which is a lesson you and I have learned again and again.
That's true.
You think they're going to get mad at you for one thing, and they get mad at you for a different thing that you weren't even thinking about.
You know what, though?
And, maybe they just want to get a little mad at you. Like,
That's true.
you want to
They
want to stink up a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
It's fun to be a little stinker.
It's fun to be a little
you know
stinker.
what? I still love you. I still love all of you.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really.
And then I flipped him off.
Yeah. You little stinker.
I said this before we recorded. Tenders are long nuggets.
Yeah, tenders are just long nuggets.
That was another viral attempt.
I do feel like there's a different composition. Some nuggets are like it's not actual chicken.
Yeah, it's a super processed,
it's blended in some way. It's like a spongy type of thing. But some nuggets are actual chicken meat. Like,
this is fair.
I feel like I've had some frozen nuggets that are like actual more like small tenders.
Yes.
But I think typically a nugget is a different category than a boneless wing or a tender. Boneless wing is basically a small tender, in my understanding.
Do you have a preference of all the possibilities?
I think that right now I've been zeroing in on tenders, not boneless wings, not nuggets.
Yeah, sure.
However, I used to think that I wanted the boneless wing because I just wanted to dunk it and and it's more fried. You know, it's got that fried crust. You just pop that little, almost like a popcorn chicken thing in your mouth. And now I'm back to bone-in wings.
Yeah, I love bone-in.
A good bone-in wing, a bad bone-in wing will make me sad. Yeah. But a good bone-in wing, which there are, you rustic. There's a few places around
exactly what I was thinking. Some, sometimes you get a wing and it doesn't have that fried crunch.
Sure.
You need a little fried crunch to really make it work.
But not necessarily. I don't necessarily need to even bread it. You know what I mean?
Not breaded.
But I do like having that crispness to it.
Those ones were lightly fried. The ones they had the nice crisp to them. And they still feel like he calls tenders tendies. The guy who you think is an alpha.
Sometimes.
The guy you think is an alpha.
Yeah. Well, I call them tendies too, and I'm a 100% grade A alpha.
Wow.
No, I'm not alpha. I'm not.
You're an alpha.
You think I'm alpha?
You're pretty alpha.
You're a sweetheart alpha.
Yeah,
that's what we need, more sweetheart alphas in the world.
Yeah, I think I'm actually not an alpha underneath. I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm learning more about myself every day. I'm only 40. I might have a long life and have diarrhea and silver pubes and stuff. And that's gonna be awesome. And I'm probably gonna be learning a lot about myself then.
I think
we all live long enough to see the silver pubes. I say.
May we all.
May we all live long enough to see the silver pubes and attract Dracula with our bloody poops.
Like Amelia shares with her dad. You share the bloody poops with your dad?
They're not all bloody. Sometimes it'll just
be
good
that they're not all
a little pebble, and then the comment is like, "Why bother wiping?"
Oh, nice. That is
truly
great.
Revolting.
What's going on over there?
Nothing.
He's just checking in with you. Should I even wipe after this one little turd? I doubt there's even much. I doubt there's any crap on my butthole, right, hon? And you're like, no, Dad, don't wipe.
If I sent my mom a picture of a turd, I don't even know what would happen. I think she would maybe be like, you need help. I think she would be like, you're in trouble. She would think I was in trouble.
Yeah, I would not. Yeah. I would.
Or
not
she maybe would just be nice and be like, that's a good one. That's a possibility.
Yeah, maybe it would bring her back to the old days. When you were
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
They look just the same.
More silver than they used to be.
Send you back a huge turd. Call and race. Here's I got another question for you, which is regarding Superman, which is so cool that you're in it. Where did you shoot Superman? And
or should I
better not try to actually shoot Superman.
Yeah, I never shot Superman.
No. Where did you film the movie Superman? And then also, was there any food in that area or areas you were able to take advantage of?
Great question. Yes, we shot in Macon, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia, and Cleveland.
Wow, okay.
That's where I shot. They shot a bunch of.
How long were you down there for?
It was a total of 4 weeks. Initially, I think it was a week in Cleveland, and then about 2.5 weeks in Macon, and then maybe another week in Atlanta. But in Macon, Georgia, that was the most fun for me. That's when I started, and that's when we did all the Daily Planet stuff. And I was down there a week early for weather cover, which is I didn't really know what that was, but they were on a big movie like this, they were shooting exteriors, and they had me down there to shoot the Daily Planet stuff in case it rained and they couldn't shoot outside. But there was a soul food place, H&H, I believe, in Macon, Georgia, which was, it was the Allman Brothers either co-owned it. There's a big Allman Brothers mural outside, and I had it on my last day going, driving up to Atlanta, and it was the best soul food I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
It was incredible. I got a shirt. I went back in and got a shirt, which I've never worn because it's a big, very loud tie-dye shirt. I've worn it a couple times. I've worn it a little bit. But it was incredible. The macaroni and cheese and I don't even know what else I had. Tips of some kind, beef tips.
Okay.
Somebody's
Steak
beef tips. Yeah, steaks, dried ends.
Burnt ends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if they were, it was in some sort of gravy. I think. But it was incredible. It was definitely the best soul food I've ever had.
You spend any time at the Claremont Lounge? Speaking of gray pubes.
No. Speaking of gray pubes, I haven't.
The Claremont Lounge is a kind of a fun strip club that a lot of people go to in Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
Where there's like a lot of older dancers and stuff like that. It's a blast. I think it's an appropriate. It's an appropriate strip. It's not weird that I'm bringing up.
Kind of.
It is like a strip club, but it is, I got I'm getting a call.
Are you really? Do you have to answer it?
No.
Okay.
We can take it if you want.
Dr. Wolf is the name that's calling me.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I mean, you can take it if you need to.
Yeah, if you need to.
So
just put it on speaker and we'll hear everything that Dr. Wolf has to say.
Again, there's no cure for micropenis. Stop calling us. I spent a lot of time in Atlanta. I like it down there. It's a fun, it's a fun town.
It's a
fun,
and then a
week
in
Cleveland.
A lot of great food. And a week in Cleveland, yeah. And I had some great barbecue, actually. I forget the name of the restaurant. It was right by the hotel. It was like a Food Network host who opened a restaurant down there. And I had for the first time a brisket. It was like fatty brisket, not a typical. And it was like, it just like melted in my mouth. It was so good. I never want to have a regular brisket ever again.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah, it was fantastic.
The M&M factor. It melts in your mouth.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. We also need to talk about, we need to address one thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, of course.
This is the first, Beck is back.
Of course. I'm back. I'm back here on Doughboys because I've been here once before and now I'm back.
You haven't been back since that.
And I haven't been back since then and now I'm back. And my name is Beck. And Beck is back.
Beck is back.
Beck is back.
He hasn't been back since his first episode.
That's right. No. Yeah.
Well, no.
No. No. I didn't have anything to say. You go.
There was a thing that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were concerned.
That's right.
When we first had you on Doughboys, you said,
we should say 2016. I didn't realize it had been that long. I knew it had been previously prior to the pandemic.
Yeah.
9 years.
I thought it was like 2019. Right. I didn't realize this was back in the Feral Audio days before predated Emma Erdbrink's involvement with Doughboys.
That's right.
Wow.
I was going.
Emma said, "Nice to meet you" when you came here today. I said, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, it blew your mind. I know.
And then I got scared that I did meet him before, and I was like, "I'm an asshole." So I looked up the episode, and I was not an asshole.
And you were not an asshole. Even if you had met me before, it's perfect. It's I that's like a constant fear I live with all the time.
Yeah,
is saying nice to meet you, and I met the person, but it's we got to.
I always just say, "Hey, good to see you," and even if I don't know who the person is, that is my move.
I
shouldn't tell the world.
I've been doing the good to see you for a while.
Hey, good to see you. They're like, "Hey, we've never met." I'm like, "Oh, well, nice to meet you."
It's still good to see you, even if we've never met.
Yeah,
right?
Sometimes I run into the situation where like I am like genuinely excited to meet a person, or it's like a friend of a friend or something, and I'm like, it's so nice to meet you, but they're saying nice to see you, and then I say so nice to meet you, and they're like, oh, and then they feel, you know what I mean, and then they feel bad, but it's like, it's almost like that's why if you just say nice to see you, then everybody's safe, even if the other person's, you know what I mean, like they feel called out if you say nice to meet you and they say nice to see you.
Nothing worse than hey, nice to meet you, followed by a good to see you, and it's like, I fucked up, and you're pissed off about it. I guess you know what I mean. Like
all of this meeting, nice to see you, nice to meet you, garbage. We need to let go of.
Let's throw it out the fucking window.
It's gone. It's gone. Like all complete forgiveness on the name front, whether you've met or not. It's just we need to let go.
Isn't it just easy to have like a thing like, hey there, you know what I mean? Like do something like a some sort of saying that you're just like, we don't have to, you know what I'm saying?
Mitch, like, I'm not going to pat myself on the back here. Hey buddy has its utility. Hey buddy is such a great catch-all.
Yeah. Hey buddy
no name involved. Yeah. No like previous acknowledgement of having met before.
Yeah.
Just hey buddy.
I think we should have like these like digital social cards. So like you can like be like, hey, how's it going? And like bump them, and you can always know who you
We've
met.
met.
You get a
Yes.
download of their information,
Yeah.
not like contact information, but like their face, their
Yeah.
name, and
current pube color.
current pube color.
Silver.
Exactly. So you really feel comfortable.
This is a Black Mirror is the thing though. You just
Yeah,
mentioned
really.
Black Mirror.
I mean, it's kind of like
It's a Black
Facebook.
Mirror.
Yeah, kind of.
It's kind of Facebook,
kind of
but
Facebook,
like in
yeah,
your
which is a
hand.
Black Mirror.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is.
But I do like. I think I would rather do that than have the. It's just always when they're like, nice to see you. And you're like, oh, you're mad. I'd never care.
Yeah, I don't care.
If someone forgets me, I never care. But there are people who do care.
I do have will do the thing, even if I know I'm confident I've met this person before, but I think there's a chance they don't remember me. I will go up and be like, hey, I'm Nick. You probably don't remember, but we met before, and I'll give the context for it. And I feel like that's like a very much like I'm giving you the leeway to either be like, oh yeah, I know even if you just end up lying there, I've given you in for how to lie. It's like, oh yeah, of course I remember from this. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just feel like it's a two-way street. Help the other person out. Understand they're in the same situation as you. You know.
Yeah.
But try to give them a good, because you're just trying to give a baseline for a positive interaction. It doesn't be some fucking territorial pissing contest.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. To all you people out there who hold people to like, no, we've actually met before.
Yes. Yeah.
Cut the
You're
shit.
gone.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
you're gone. Cut
You're
the
gone.
shit.
Get out of here. You're canceled.
Yeah.
You're canceled. We're canceling you.
Yeah.
Oh, the actors are canceling the public now.
Wow.
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 How does that feel? We're twisting it around on you. It doesn't feel that good, does it?
Twisted metal over here.
Hell yeah.
We had a.
You promote each other's shows. Wow.
Yeah,
That's the
love
way it
that.
goes.
Raise each other
I
up.
think it's great.
I just want to say, what were we going to say?
Oh, I was going to say, since we're in this territory, I've had this thought, and I think we'll probably see it in some sort of, near sci-fi. What's going on?
Beck hurt my hand. It was a hard
You okay?
five.
That is an alpha move, though.
Dude, sorry.
That was pretty alpha, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Superman.
You're saying that you hung around him so much that you
Right. Yeah.
We have the. I think
this fucking crazy ass was trying to have us do a Marvel meal today. Anyway,
I know that's messy.
Dude,
it was just an
But it
idea.
could have been funny.
It
It
was
could have
just an
been funny.
idea. Because we also there is the
probably
Dairy
would
Queen.
taste like shit.
There is the Dairy Queen Superman thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is, but it's like kind of a pain. The closest one is in Santa Anita, which is like 45 minutes away. It was a little bit of a pain in the ass for us to figure that out.
Which is very not Superman.
Very not Superman.
It's like, Superman, if we were like on theme with Superman, we would have found a way.
right.
We would have made it happen.
Yeah.
But we were just kind of like, it's 45 minutes away, so we won't do Superman ice cream.
Yeah, it was
Well,
super
That's
away.
okay. This
Little
is
bit of pain.
Doughboys. It's not Superman.
Right.
So
I do want to try it. But there's also the Fantastic Four Little Caesars pizza that's out now,
Yeah.
which is like MCU, adjacent or whatever.
Mhm.
But anyway, what I was going to say is the
Stinky.
I can't even
Gonna
talk
taste-
about that. I'm not allowed to.
It's gonna taste bad.
Tastes like garbage.
Tastes like
Yucky.
here's what I was going to say. I think it's some near future sci-fi setting we will see the concept of, or we will just eventually see it in our own reality, and we'll never even have to have any sort of speculative fiction about it. AR will be so omnipresent, augmented reality, where I will look at you, it will show your name. So I don't even have to remember your name or have learned your name previously. And it will also show the last date that I interacted with you based off of facial recognition. And I think that will reach a point where, in the same way we no longer remember people's birthdays, we used to like remember people's birthdays, remember people's phone numbers. That was a time, was a time in our lives when we committed phone numbers to our memory.
Sure.
Now all that stuff is in a digital database. I think the same thing will happen with names, where we just will not learn people's names. We will rely on our augmented reality goggles to tell us of people's names.
And if you go on to Netflix and you click on Black Mirror and you click the new episode, it says no need for new episode. Just look around.
Whoa, that
Isn't that
was
wild?
epic, dude. That's another viral moment.
Yeah.
I think that might be my one. I think that might be my one.
Damn.
So what we landed on instead.
Hold on. Wait.
Yes.
Wait. What we landed on is wait.
Oh, we didn't get so yes.
Wait, we were
Spencer's
telling
going
a story.
Yeah.
We were telling a story.
Yeah.
I also want to
Right.
say your sketch group, Good Neighbor, used to be a good restaurant near the Birthday Boys house.
Absolutely.
A breakfast place that's
Yeah.
since closed. But
Oh,
we
Good
thought
Neighbor,
that's
the restaurant closed?
The Good Neighbor, yeah.
So
yeah,
sad.
Yeah. We thought that's why you guys named the
Yeah,
Good
is that-
Neighbor.
yeah,
back
a
then.
lot
It's
of
not.
A lot of people did. We named it. It was in college. I had a party, and afterwards, the next morning, the neighbor came over, this older woman, and she was very upset. She had like some cigarette butts in her hand, and she was like, "These cigarette butts could have lit my dog on fire,
Oh my God.
and the dog could have come in the house and lit my house on fire and killed me. and she kind of just said that and looked at me, and I was like, I am so sorry. I swear I will. That was completely inappropriate. I will never let that happen again. I will put up a sign whenever there are people over, and I will make sure that people are never flick another cigarette butt into your yard. I apologize. And she just went, good neighbor. Good neighbor. And she walked away, and I never saw her again.
Oh,
And then so like, maybe good neighbor.
that's
Good
great.
I mean, it's a
Yeah.
great.
Good
That's
story.
it. Yeah.
And also, it's really nice of you to not be like, wait, your dog is going to catch on fire and then catch my house on, like
Yeah.
calling out her insane.
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
insane
Catastrophizing.
bullshit.
Wait,
What a
that
scenario.
doesn't check out, lady.
I guess you
Yeah,
did the right thing.
I did the
by-
right thing. I was
you
like,
did
I'll,
the right
I'll
thing.
just like move on. Let's diffuse the situation.
Yeah, smart.
But she disappeared. Nobody ever saw her again.
But let me just say, them parties continue.
That's right.
What was the genesis of the name the Birthday Boys?
Yeah.
We pitched 300 names in a
Okay.
Google Doc, and then Birthday Boys is the one we all hated the least. Is
Okay.
It's a great name.
Do you know who pitched it?
I don't. It was not me who pitched it.
Okay.
My pitch was Beaver Fever.
Yeah.
Which is Giardia.
What is that?
It's Giardia. Beaver fever.
Oh, is
Oh,
that
wow.
what that means when it rhymes like that?
Well, no, when it rhymes like no. Giardia is, you know what Giardia is, right? It's like a
It's like a bacterial infection, I think.
yeah. And so when you get it from water, and they call it beaver fever.
Is that
'cause
real?
Beavers shit in the water, and
I
it's
got.
beaver
It's a
fever.
parasite.
Remember,
Yeah.
I got really. What did I get when I went camping and I got water in my mouth and then I I couldn't remember. I was shitting my pants for like days.
Might have been Beaver
I think
Fever.
it was E. coli.
E. coli is probably even. I think
Wow.
it's even
Giardia
worse.
is really common in dogs too, especially if they come from like puppy mills.
Oh
So a lot
man,
of times they'll have Giardia when they're puppies. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know Giardia. I feel very dumb for not knowing. it,
Yeah, you
but
really should.
I know. I'm sorry.
You really should feel so stupid.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all good. But also, the beaver fever is also when you're like crazy about vagina.
I
that
didn't want
right?
it. I didn't want it to be dirty, and
Yeah,
this
it
is why
sounds
it
a
was
little
never
dirty.
going to win. I mean, This is the sliding doors of the sketch group having a show on IFC or not. If
Yeah.
it was Beaver Fever, we never would have. Nothing would have happened. We wouldn't have gotten a show.
Yeah.
And if we were side of guys, if Doughboys
If
was
Doughboys
side,
was side of guys, which was
yeah.
the
Side of guys.
That was
Yeah.
the other title we were going to go with.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Well,
bad.
did-
By the way, I'm just thinking about how I said vagina.
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 I thought it was very classy.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't stop thinking about it. I'm almost sweating. I'm almost flop sweating at how I said it.
I think it was fine.
I thought you said it. I thought you said it very classy.
Vagina. Vagina.
Vagina.
Vagina.
Vagina.
I'm going for viral moment number 5. Vagina. Vagina.
If we just do a super
Just-
clip,
Yeah.
vagina.
Vagina.
I used to think there was a ver in there. I thought it was Virginia. When I was a little kid.
Vagina.
I thought it was Virginia.
Oh,
Or
that's
if you're
cute.
from New England, vagina.
Vagina.
Vagina. Vagina's pretty good too.
But wait, did you ever get to your story?
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
Or we,
we need to get back on track.
All right, we're back on track.
Okay.
Vagina.
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 She had an awesome vagina. That's New England. You came on the show.
That's right.
You said, I want to do Cheesecake Factory. Didn't you work there?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
All right, so you
that
have no
didn't work
connection.
there, dude.
You just
What the-
liked it. You loved it. You loved
No,
it.
I'd been there once, and I was like, I'm just excited to go back and like just to eat it and just to get a bunch of stuff and
And so we were like, we were going to maybe do it with somebody else who,
Yeah.
God knows who. We
I
had
can't even
planned.
remember
I
who
don't
we
know
had
who it was.
reserved Cheesecake Factory
like
for.
I think I got the yes. We can do that, and then it was like, I think we told somebody else.
I think it
We
was like,
promised it to
I think
somebody
we
else.
promised it to Chris
that-
D'Elia.
In the early days,
Yeah.
D'Elia was going to do it. In the early days of the podcast, though, that was before we realized like everyone wants to do the same restaurants.
Mhm.
That same year, we ended up doing, I think it was 2016, might have been 2017, Mitch. We did Rock Lobster Fest, which
That's
was a
right.
whole month of Red Lobster, partly because every other guest would be like, I want to do Red Lobster. As
That's
like
right.
the only way we can get all these people in to do Red Lobster is we do a whole month of just Red Lobster and get them all there.
Rocktoberfest, our
Yes.
first one. Rock Lobster Fest, our second.
That's right.
one.
That's amazing.
So we
so
had
well, go ahead.
no, but I'm just saying, like you came in the early phase where it's like, wow, we promised whatever. We promised Aaliyah Cheesecake Factory, but I guess we can do. But yeah, we can do it with Beck.
We'll
too.
get 'em
It's
on for
fine.
another
It would have
We'll
been
figure it out.
perfect. You guys should still do that and bring him into Cheesecake.
Yeah, we might. I'm honestly, we might.
Might happen.
Yeah.
It might happen. We might do McDonald's. It might be our final episode. With it.
But yeah, so I was like, no, you guys were like, is that okay? Can you think of something else? And I was like, I really want to do Cheesecake Factory.
Right.
And you guys were like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then we did Cheesecake Factory and everything felt good. And then a couple years after that, I was like, oh no. Did I steamroll them on the Cheesecake Factory thing?
You
Hey,
thought
did
that
I?
you have never been back because of the Cheesecake Factory incident, as
Yeah,
we'll
but
call
really, it's just because of the kind of guest I was.
it. No,
No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
we did think you said vagina weird on that first episode. We didn't want to have you back.
Yeah, you know I like to go on podcasts and say vagina as much as possible, as many ways as possible.
The true, you thought that you had stepped on some toes, and
Yeah.
Weiger. I mean, we're friendly. You
Yeah.
you could always
Yeah.
bring that. I think maybe you thought Weiger was pissed off.
Yeah, and maybe Weiger was pissed off
Or
at me.
Kent.
So, like, here's
Absolutely
the
not,
moment.
but
Are you
people-
pissed off at me?
I'm not pissed off at you.
Okay. Oh, okay. It sounds like you're pissed off at me.
People do think that of me though, because I think because I am so cold and robotic.
Yeah.
That sometimes people are like Weiger's like furious or Weiger doesn't like me, when it's just like, no, I'm just a
This is like
strange
your-
man. This is like my default.
That's
your
the,
wife
that's
speaking?
The, that's the alpha.
You think that's alpha?
That's almost alpha.
This is your
I think
family,
it's a version of
your
alpha.
mom and dad. Like
Yeah,
Weiger
yeah.
is cold and robotic. I
Yeah.
don't think he likes me.
No, we had a great time, but I
we
think
had a
it
great
was,
time.
We should have had you back. It's malpractice on our part that we did not have you back on the podcast.
Okay.
I honestly don't know why that is.
Now here we are like
Yeah.
we're discussing this right now. Can we just do like a little version of it where it's dramatic and
Please.
maybe that's the viral moment? Like it's acted. Like you have to watch the podcast to figure this out.
Okay.
But it's a clip and it's like, okay, so yeah, no, I when I came on, I said I wanted to do Cheesecake Factory, and
Right.
you guys were like, we have somebody else, and I was like, I want to do it, and we did it, and then you guys were super weird about it, and like you guys, I swear that you guys were mad at me for steamrolling and pushing through the Cheesecake Factory. Were you not?
The truth is, our show sucks, and we didn't want to have you have to come back.
No,
to
that's
it.
bullshit, dude. Like you guys iced me out for like 10 years. And I haven't been back, and like it's great to be back, but
I feel like you're like acknowledging it, but you're not actually taking accountability for it because you did steamroll us.
You did
And the
steamroll.
Oh, so I
reality- the reality-
did.
The
So I
reality is
did.
we did get steamrolled.
you know what? Fuck
And we
you guys.
wanted to do Cheesecake
No!
Factory. Well, no.
Fucking out of here.
Beck,
Fuck
Nick.
this bullshit.
Nick, how could you do this?
Fuck you guys.
We've been friends for almost 20 years, dude.
This is your fault.
My fault.
This is your fault because you couldn't be honest with your friend.
Fuck
And so
you, dude.
I had to be the one to fucking break the news to him.
Fuck you.
Because
I'm
you were too
fucking-
much of a coward.
I'm fucking out of here.
Fuck you, Mitch. You're fucking pussy.
Shit.
Oh
Shit. We got caught.
Oh, okay. So that's it. That's
That was good. That was good.
That was really good.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
think it's good.
realize. I didn't realize that we were in it because I was looking up something. Can I borrow your glasses for a second?
Yeah, sure.
I
Do you
have.
want to take it again?
No. Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
we probably should do it again. But
Okay.
I'm just. This is another attempt at a viral situation. Bark Kent.
Oh, nice. That is great.
Jemmy does not like
Bar-
the glasses
Bark,
that you're
Bark
putting
Kent.
on
She
her.
doesn't like. I'm not. I am not. I'm hovering them near her face.
He's like, nah.
I'm hovering them near her face. She doesn't like it. I'm not
Honestly,
gonna try
that
to
is-
do it.
Bark Kent is very funny.
I mean, Crypto could be Bart Kent for sure.
He could, yeah. Crypto the Super Dog.
So you got
Yeah.
one for me.
What?
You have one for me. A funny thing for me. I don't know. Bark.
Bark.
Fart Kent.
Bark
Bark
Kent.
Kent's pretty good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Cunt.
Cunt.
Cunt
Cunt
Kent.
Kent.
She's like Clark Kent.
Oh,
Bark-
Clark Cunt.
She didn't say cunt Kent.
Clark Cunt. Jesus. You think I'm a cunt?
I mean, you just looked like one.
That I did look like one. Yeah, Shark Kent. I don't know.
Yeah, put it on the gator and it's
Yeah,
Shark
yeah, yeah.
Kent. That's it, man. She got it. Good job.
Because
Aquatic
it's actually
predator.
a gator, but everybody thinks it's Shark Kent when the glasses are on.
As an actor,
Really good disguise.
Can we, as actors,
As
can we just do a second take of that? The
If
storm.
you guys think you actually
Please.
have time for it.
Yeah, sure, if you want. I mean,
Okay,
yeah, we do have
I'm
time.
gonna act better on this one.
Okay, great.
So like I wanted to do Cheesecake Factory and you guys were like, we have somebody else. We promised it to somebody else after you said I could do it. And then I was like, I want to do it. And then we did the episode and then like you guys totally ghosted me. And then I never like, I feel like you guys were pissed off. Were you not?
I mean, look, it's in the past. It doesn't matter anyways. But
So he did piss you off.
We were pissed off. Yeah, we were pissed off.
Why? Like I just wanted, you told me that I could do Cheesecake
Yeah,
Factory.
we told you, but I think if you read between the lines, we clearly were like, hey,
Nick,
we have it reserved for someone else, and you kind of like
relax.
just put your foot down.
it's not a big deal. It doesn't matter.
It is, dude. I came in as a guest and you guys just like fucking like were weird. And
Well,
it's
you
been
were
10 weird.
You wanted to
it's
do
been
the
10
one
years.
restaurant, and we couldn't do you wanted to do the one restaurant, and we had something in mind.
Yeah.
And then there was another person that wanted to do the restaurant.
I'm
We
so
couldn't do-
sorry I didn't do it right. Fuck you guys. I'm out of here. Fuck this.
Beck, hold on a second.
You know what? Fuck you guys. God damn it. Ugh.
You're a fucking idiot. Why the fuck would you tell him that? What's wrong with you?
Well, why wouldn't you tell him that? You're his friend.
Because he's
You're
my
in his
fucking
ear.
friend for 20 years.
We
You
could have
dipshit.
told him.
Fuck you, you fucking
you.
idiot. You look like a fucking dipshit with those glasses.
Shut the fuck up. What the fuck is your problem, Jemmy? Sitting over there like you weren't half of this? Beck's been mad at you since the moment he walked in the fucking studio. You're a disgrace. You know what? Fuck you, Jimmy. I'm out of here. Fuck this shit.
All right, so now we're about. Oh shit!
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit! We're fucking fucked.
Oh, it was all rude.
Oh fuck! Shit! Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Fuck! Shit!
That was good. That was good.
Jimmy almost got him.
Good boy. Good boy.
It's a good girl. You fuck! Get the fuck out of here!
Okay, so that's good. Do we have 3 different takes of that now?
Yeah, I think we got a couple options.
All right, let's do another one.
Here, this was an interesting thing you were telling us is because we're talking Taco Bell.
That was great,
today.
by the way. That was you nailed it.
You were talking Taco Bell.
Good actor.
So did you. That was really good.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Thank you so
You
much.
know what? Nick is a great actor.
I'm
Yeah.
not an actor.
You are,
I'm
but
not
you are.
an actor,
I know that you've substituted yourself out of the game. You're no longer in the game.
Well, I never really acted to begin with.
You were a good actor.
Well, maybe we'll get you back in some small, start with some smaller parts, and
Okay.
we'll grow. That'd be
Falling
great.
down too eventually.
Yeah. Which was shot right down the street.
Falling down right
Yeah,
down
yeah.
the street.
The store isn't there anymore, but the sort of like military.
Oh, yeah, so
store that
surplus.
used to
Oh,
be-
yeah.
the
right.
surplus store. Yeah, he went in there to get some stuff.
That was there not that even long ago,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
it
8
must
years
just-
ago or so?
Yeah.
You were telling us, we're talking Taco Bell. This is our technically our 9th canonical Taco Bell review.
Yeah.
That you've only been like a handful of times in your life. You're not really a Taco Bell guy?
Not really a Taco Bell guy.
Wow.
Never really registered. In the suburbs of Chicago where I grew up, it was all hot dogs and
Sure.
burgers. I was a big burger guy.
Yeah.
Like still am. Will always take burger and fries over any other kind of fast food.
Hey, I'm with you.
Yeah, my man.
So you were south
Right,
side of
burger.
Chicago?
North side.
North side.
So not even Chicago, Chicagoland area,
Sure.
suburbs. So
Got it,
I'll say Wilmette or Winnetka, and people will be like, "You're not from Chicago."
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
Chicagoland
come on.
area.
You know, whatever.
Come on, whatever.
But it's
whatever.
like you saying you're from Boston, me saying I'm from L.A.
Sure, yeah.
You know, I'm from Lakewood, California. But no one knows what Lakewood, California is.
Right.
So
Sure.
say, L.A. or Long Beach or whatever. People have a point of reference.
yeah, exactly.
South side of Chicago has, I hear Leroy Brown is down there, and I hear that he's pretty. He's have you heard of Bad Leroy Brown?
I mean, I've heard of him, but that's
Yeah.
all I know. But like that,
I heard
that's all I know. And then
He's
my
the baddest man in the whole damn
that's what I
town.
was gonna say.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
my neighbor's dog, rest in peace, was named after Leroy Brown.
Oh.
Really?
Her dog's name was Leroy Brownie.
That's
well,
really cute.
Yeah.
Leroy Brown is meaner than a junkyard dog.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
This dog was sweet. Yeah.
And it,
Anyway. So-
I gotta say this. They say Leroy Brown is meaner than old King Kong,
Yeah.
and I don't think King Kong is that mean. I think King Kong is just misunderstood.
I was going to say he's misunderstood.
But isn't
movie
that the,
guys,
isn't that
movie
the
guys.
sub-
Actors and movie guys.
we
We
get
know
the characters
mindset.
where they're coming from.
Mhm.
isn't that the subtext of the song though? Because you think about a junkyard dog, that's
Yeah.
a caged animal.
Right.
That's an animal who, like, whose
Mm.
circumstances are what led him to be so aggressive. The
Really
same thing with King
misunderstood.
Kong. Like,
Yeah.
he's a gentle giant, but he's
And
treated
Leroy
like
Brown is
like an abomination.
misunderstood.
Same thing with
Yeah.
Leroy Brown. Bad Leroy Brown. Maybe
Yeah.
he just needs to let someone
Does
in.
Leroy Brown get beat up in that song at the end of it? Doesn't he? Like, isn't it like he gets like his ass kicked? Isn't that what happens? I know that he like
No.
there's a girl named Doris, and
Yeah.
my grandma's name was Doris.
Right.
So she always liked that part. Was like there was a girl named Doris, and who she looked.
She would just get up and dance, wouldn't she?
She 100% would get up and dance, and I'd be
That's
like,
cute.
damn, grandma's looking.
She's got those
fun.
moves. She still got it. Damn. That's a cool thing to grow up with.
It is. When your grandma looks good like that, you don't know how lucky you got it. As a
Yeah.
little boy, when your grandma's looking good,
You took it for granted your
Took it
whole
for
life.
granted.
your whole life. And then you're like, shit, grandma looked fucking good back when I was a little boy.
So here's the
Gave you
thing.
confidence.
It looks like the context of the song that in its narrative, Leroy Brown was messing around with the wife of a jealous man.
Jealous man, yeah.
And then
Doris.
I mean, come on, any man. I mean, you don't do that.
You
It's
don't
true,
do
you don't
that,
do
dude.
that.
There's a code, a guy code.
Yeah.
well, the two men took to fighting, and then when they pulled them from the floor, Leroy looked like a jigsaw puzzle with a couple of pieces gone. So he got his ass kicked
He got his ass
because he
fucking
cuckolded
kicked.
this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's poetic
he
justice.
he kind of deserves it.
Kind of deserved it.
Which, luckily for our listeners, none of them, if they all want me to do that with their wives.
They're
and
into hot wifing, but that's a different
Yeah.
sort
Oh,
of thing.
wow.
You
That's
too, I'm
cool.
sure.
What?
They would want you to be with their wives. Like,
Wow, that is
yeah.
awesome. That's so cool. You
They're
guys,
very
thank
giving.
you.
They're very nice giving.
Is that a thing that you've been offered?
We have some some fans in the hot wifing community, yeah,
That's-
who are specifically interested in Mitch railing their wives.
Amazing, dude! I can't believe I didn't know about this.
Mhm.
And so you're doing it. That's great.
Which
Congrats, brother.
Very badly fucking some guy's wife with a small dick. You wanted to see this?
He's like, wow, he's doing so good. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Okay, Mitch, tell everyone about your experience with Helix mattresses.
All right, Wags, I will tell you, I love my Helix mattress. I've had it for, almost 7 years now.
Wow.
I have a Moonlight Luxe mattress.
Wow.
It's like sleeping on a cloud. I love it. Wally and Irma loves it. It's one of my favorite mattresses of all time.
So you've had it for 7 years now. How has your
Mhm.
sleep improved since you switched to Helix?
Wags, my sleep has been fantastic. I'm slumbering every night. I got my CPAP on. I'm in a big comfy bed. I don't want to leave. I got to wake up and come to Doughboys. I don't want to do that.
But I can tell when you're well rested.
That's true.
Mitch is sharp today.
That's right. I get a good sleep in with that Helix mattress. I'm on fire.
Some days you suck, and I'm like, man, you must have slept on the couch.
Yeah, that can happen.
I know it's been an upgrade from your old mattress, and Helix can help you address specific sleep issues like snoring, back pain,
Mhm.
sleep apnea, sleeping through the night, and sleeping too hot, all of which I have intermittently.
Well, Wags, you should go to helixsleep.com/Doughboys for 27% off site-wide, exclusive for listeners of Doughboys, which you don't listen to, but you are a host.
Neither do you. That's helixsleep.com/Doughboys.
Do it. I love my Helix Sleep mattress. And you know what? Gets delivered right to your door. It's easy to set up. You're going to love it too.
So this is our, like I said, Taco Bell 9. Taco Bell also had a Munch Madness month dedicated to it last year, Do Quiero Taco Bell.
Mhm. Did I already say
today-
tenders are long nuggets? Did I already say
You
that?
did say that.
It
Today
does
we're
sound
talking
weird when you say
crispy chicken tacos and burritos, which launched June 17th, which happens to be the day we're recording this episode. So we're having these hot off the presses. Amelia, you picked this order up. You said that every man in the area was there.
Yes, that's correct. Every man in Westlake was at this Taco Bell.
Wow.
That's very funny. That also, I bet you it's a similar crowd to the crowd that I see midnight movies at the Vista with. I'm sure it is a very 40 to 50-year-old guys. At the Vista Theater, it is just like Ghost of Christmas Present or Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come of these guys who are there. I'm like, that's just me or me in 5 years, basically.
yes.
And they're probably similar guys in the drive-through line. Yeah. Great.
So
You know where you're going to be.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
If you go into Vista and you hear like a like a deep cough, that's one of me. It's a guy like me.
they have
nice.
the crispy chicken nuggets they had recently, and this is kind of a yes and of that. They're making long nuggets, tendies now, and then
Long
putting them
nuts.
in crispy chicken taco and burrito form factors. They also have launched this with a full-blown cameo casting call, which this video they've been using.
What the fuck?
I didn't know about this.
Look, Taco Bell
like
added
Gator.
new items to the menu.
Crispy chicken tacos and crispy chicken burrito.
The people at Taco Bell couldn't agree on a spokesperson to announce this product.
And I guess they didn't want to just pick one spokesperson, so they got many. Okay.
With that being said, I'm excited to try their new crispy chicken burrito. Also comes as a taco.
June 17th, y'all.
Again, June 17th.
Let's see how they did.
Is that an NSYNC guy?
The crispy chicken just hits different.
I don't know anyone.
All I knew was Gata and
Kate Flannery from The Office is in there.
from Real Housewives. That's
Top of the pyramid.
Dorinda.
I did not expect Taco
Bell to do Office,
crispy
class.
chicken, but they did it right.
Shout out Taco Bell. Yeah. That's where Mama keeps the cookies, my friend.
Oh, I like that.
That's
That's where Mama keeps the cookies, my friend.
Who is that guy?
No idea.
Who is Gator? There was a guy named Gator?
Gata.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Gata.
Gator. Okay.
Gator.
all right.
He is in the show Dave. He's a rapper
Got it.
and a hype man, and he was Dave's hype man in real life,
Oh,
and
that's
like
cool.
opened for him a little bit, and then he was on the show, and he's very funny. And
Well-
he's great performance on it.
We'll hear an opinion from this Gator too before the episode ends on what he thought of the tendies.
He's probably a little jealous.
There's
He's
also
probably a little bit jealous. I
Yeah,
think he went out for that role.
yeah.
also celebrity chef
didn't get
Christian Petroni was in there. Maybe that was
Oh.
the cookies guy. I don't know.
Yeah, that looked like a chef.
Yeah, it looked like a chef.
Chefs have tattoos.
They sure do. So it's funny that we watched it again in our lifetimes. We've seen the chef switch from like the big fat guy with the beard to now like the cool guy with the sleeve tattoos.
Yeah.
Like, is it all Guy Fieri? Is he kind of like the midpoint of the Santa Claus of that transition?
I think
because you have like
yes.
the Dom DeLuise, the Chef Boyardee, the big
Right.
gregarious,
Yeah.
like kind
Then
of.
none of them were tatted.
Yeah, no.
Clean, old school. More conservative looking.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think about that.
I like it. You have fun in there.
Yeah, why not?
Have fun in that kitchen.
Yeah,
That's what
absolutely.
I say.
Okay, so we got the crispy chicken taco, the crispy chicken burrito, the crispy chicken strips, and they all come with either the spicy ranchero sauce or the avocado ranch sauce. Let me read the sauce descriptions, and then we'll get into the taco and burrito. Or maybe we should start with the strips themselves. The new spicy ranchero is a creamy sauce made with Anaheim and jalapeno chilies, tomatoes, garlic, and onion, offering a hint of spice that's perfect for dunking or drizzling. And the avocado ranch sauce is a creamy and zesty ranch with a hint of avocado. So that one's a little bit less.
I mean, that's got to be perfect for dunking and drizzling too.
Yes, these are also options.
Okay,
you can also
great,
dunk
great,
your drizzle.
great.
Yeah.
But yeah, the spicy ranchero is certainly a little bit more, a little more complex and composed, and the avocado ranch sauce is just like a ranch with avocado in it.
Yeah.
But you basically one spicy option, one mild option, one red, one green. I will say, I grab one of those chicken strips, and my expectations are like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I dip one of these into the ranch, Mitch.
Mhm.
The Hidden Valley Fire Ranch, which is a third sauce, which was available as a dipping sauce. And I've had their nuggets, and their nuggets are good. I thought the strip was good as hell. I really liked it.
I enjoyed it too.
I thought the strip in isolation was quite good.
Those actors weren't lying to you.
Yeah.
The strips are pretty damn
Strips
good.
are pretty fucking good.
I was honestly impressed.
Yeah.
Thick, nice crunch, nice
Mhm.
color.
Great crunch.
Mhm.
Which is just appealing. You can't taste that color.
No.
But it had a nice depth to it. It wasn't like a pale light brown. It was like a dark, deep reddish brown type of thing.
Yeah.
Great hue.
Yeah, great hue.
A great hue.
And also
Casey, is that some people who worked on your movie outside the window there?
It is, yes.
It looks like
Wanted
they're
to point it out.
It looks like they're looking for their money.
Yeah, they're pretty pissed off.
Ignore them.
I mean, like, to me, it was like the strips, because we also got some nuggets side by side for comparison.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The strips were just strictly better than the nuggets.
Absolutely.
I just feel like the word ratio was tossed around earlier, and yes, I just feel like there is more proportion of chicken meat, more protein per bite, and it was just. It just came together better, and also was a better sauce delivery mechanism.
Yep.
Because I feel like the nuggets, you get like one good dip in there.
Yeah, maybe, and you're getting your fingers too, and
Exactly.
then you're kind of like slipping, and you drop it, and you're like, oh no, you get your fingers all in there. It's a mess.
And then you're like, no, I guess I might as well just dip my fingers from here on out. And then you're dipping your fingers and just, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's
Everybody's
embarrassing.
looking at you.
Yeah.
You got a little beer.
Yeah, we know how it goes.
We know how it goes.
I think that nuggets are best. I think McNuggets are the best nuggets. We can all agree that
I think so.
Come on. McNuggets are the best.
I'm not even really a nugget guy.
You said that you're a burger boy. You said at the
boy
beginning
100%.
before we started recording, which pissed me the hell off. I'm the spoon man. He's the burger boy.
Exactly. I'm aligned over here.
Yeah. Dude.
I mean, I like spoons too. This guy likes burgers. He likes spoons. Whatever.
Dude. You're going to fucking piss me off.
The room went silent, and I stepped in something. I was just joking around.
I gotta be honest. I probably use spoons more often than I eat burgers. If I'm being honest.
I probably eat burgers more than I use spoons.
We're living in a topsy-turvy world. Everything's upside down.
You're more on my side. It's fine.
I'm on your side.
Yeah. More on my side.
I don't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
You're all friends.
Yeah, we're friends.
We're friends.
I like nuggets. I like chicken nuggets. I'm not trying to shit on nuggets, but the tenders just kicked the nuggets ass so bad.
They were so much better.
Yeah.
They were just so much better.
Did they have was there like a little bit of spice in the breading, or was I getting all that from the sauce? I was biting into those. And I was like, did they have, like, Amelia's nodding along.
I kind of get what you're saying.
There's like a little bit to it,
little
ting.
Well, the hue again would tell you that there was a little something in the batter, but I never had them undipped.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest
the
with
way
you.
they looked. It
looks like
the breading was like a touch darker than
I had a bite of them
expecting.
undipped, and I do think that they were slightly spicy. There was a spicy.
There might be some cold ones on the counter still. You want to go get them?
Actually, yes. Yeah. Thank you, Amelia.
Assuming the hunks didn't eat them already.
The hunks?
The hunks maybe did eat. Well, you can never tell with the hunks. The Headgum hunks. The Headgum hunks, yeah.
Now, who's that?
Everybody who works here is a hunk.
Oh, nice.
Let's see if I can get any context from the Taco Bell app here as far as what is in the breading. But in the copy, the press release, I didn't see any info there. It's supposedly the same breading as the nugs, so it shouldn't be anything new. But okay, Amelia's
coming back.
these
There's
in.
a nugget in her mouth as she comes back in.
Is that a nugget? That looks like, is that a tender?
Or is it tender? Maybe.
Okay.
Amelia, is it more fun when your log is like a nugget or a tender? What's more fun to send
Christ.
Scorpion?
Or liquid.
Or liquid is a great.
Don't say if you're sending a pic of a bowl of diarrhea to your father. I don't want to know about it. It's disgusting.
I was right about the reddish hue.
Yeah, it is really red.
Served me correctly. You got a redness in there.
I just took a bite of nugget. Can I take a bite of tender?
Okay, here's what the website says.
There is definitely some seasoning on the nugs.
2 premium all white meat, crispy chicken strips marinated with bold Mexican spices and coated in a crunchy tortilla chip breading.
Okay.
Yeah,
tortilla chip breading.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Oh wow.
Yeah, good crunch to them.
Yeah. I taste the seasoning.
I taste it too.
Just a little bit. No, you can finish.
You can give a little piece of Jemmy if you want.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, or you can eat it, whatever you want.
Yeah, give a little piece of...
The strips were great. The tendies were great. Now we start putting them in tortillas. And I'll just read what's in the crispy chicken taco first, and we can talk about this.
We just split. Jemmy and I, she ate one half, and I ate the other half.
She loves it.
So cute.
A harmonious combination of one perfectly crispy chicken strip layered with purple cabbage, crisp lettuce, pico de gallo, and shredded cheddar cheese. And then you get your choice of either the aforementioned spicy ranchero sauce or the avocado ranch sauce. I do think it works better with the spicy ranchero sauce, but again, I'm something of a heat seeker. This, Beck, you had an observation here. I mean, you could say it if you want, but as far as a point of comparison, because this is like an existing, thing.
A point of reference for us as food eaters. The taco, the tender taco, was it the tender or what do we call them? Strip taco?
Crispy chicken taco.
Crispy chicken taco is like a fried fish taco.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, I know what this is, but a fried tender in a burrito, I'm like, This is kind of a tender, just like wrapped up with a tortilla and some other stuff in it. It's different.
And here's the other issue. The other issue I had with the
I said to you, that's
burrito.
the best thing I've ever heard you say when you said that.
I think it's and I agree with
Smart
you.
as
I
hell.
immediately knew it was the best thing I've ever said.
The first time I ever had a fish taco, which I don't think it was until maybe I was a legal adult when I had a battered fish taco.
Yeah, me too.
It was
Which
a
you can get before you're an adult, just so
yeah,
you know.
you can.
Yeah.
But I just think that's when I actually tried it because I just thought it was weird.
Yeah.
And the first time I had it was a revelation. Hit me with like a fucking lightning bolt. I was like, I can't believe how fucking good this is. And then I was just obsessed with them for years, just eating them constantly. Now it's a once in a while thing, but I used to love the
it's a completely different thing with a little coleslaw and the white sauce, and it's crispy, crunchy, it's light, it's incredible.
So good.
I consider you nearly a California boy because you went to school down here.
Thanks,
even though
bro.
you're really a Chicago boy.
I'm really a Chicago guy.
But for me, the fish taco, I mean, in Massachusetts, like the idea of like, you could get like a fish taco, I guess, but it wasn't like a fish and chips, of course, is the thing I ate more. But out here, like the California fish taco. And I think, honestly, I got to give credit to Wahoo's fish tacos because that was like one of the places I first ate a fish taco.
Yeah, Wahoo, a local chain that I think is, it's
on the way.
It's receding. There used to be a lot more of them. But
we reviewed it on Doughboys, and honestly, like it's you know what
we did? We did a Wahoo's episode?
I thought we did. Maybe we didn't.
Did we ever do a Wahoo's episode?
I'm just looking it up now. To me, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, is it Baja Fresh, the burrito place we used to like?
Yes, Baja Fresh used to, and I don't know if they still have a fish taco, but they had a fish taco that was quite good.
To me,
Wahoo's
fish taco.
We did it in 2018 with Eliza Skinner.
Oh, right. I remember now.
Wahoo's fish tacos and Baja Fresh, to me, were on the similar plane of like quality fast food. Like I was like, oh, they're like a little bit better. And then in like over the course of 6 years, maybe that both, I think. Well, Baja Fresh specifically.
Yes.
Yeah, Baja Fresh.
Got bought by Wendy's.
Yeah.
Oof.
Just and I like Wendy's, but Columbus, Ohio.
They didn't know what to do with the Baja Fresh.
Yeah,
brand.
they were a burger company, and they were like, I don't know, and they just
burger tacos,
burger tacos, no.
And it was a premium brand. It was like more like a Paquito Mas, and they were like, well, we want to make it more like Chipotle, and this was obviously before Chipotle, but it's like they wanted to make it more of a value thing, and it just it didn't make any sense for them.
Yeah,
anyway,
the numbers weren't there.
So the
numbers weren't there.
The numbers weren't there. Wait, but yes, this reminded me of like a Baja fish taco, and yes, Wahoo's did a lot for popularizing it. I feel like in California, but I think it actually owes its origins to Baja California, to south of the border, which would make sense. But they like it did definitely remind me of this. It is a sort of thing like if they, I know Taco Bell's had versions of a fish taco in years past, but if they had a fish taco, I would be a little bit suspect about it just because it's I don't know, Taco Bell doing fish. I'm not sure if I would necessarily trust them with that, but with a crispy chicken tendy, I'm like, okay, yeah, they can execute this. The issue with the crispy chicken burrito is the exact same components that are in the taco.
Yeah.
Can I quickly say,
please?
When Beck stormed out, can we just release that as a clip? Like this, like Beck Bennett storms off.
Yeah, I think that was the idea.
That was the idea the whole time. You just had that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Thank
okay,
you.
I already wrote it down.
Okay. And maybe we release it before the episode comes out. People are like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's kind of like scary music,
Yeah.
like Jaws music or something.
Yeah, Jaws music during it is pretty good.
Yeah.
We can't use the Jaws theme, obviously.
Okay.
Oh, so we just kind
we do-
of so
but
maybe
we
you
just-
add one note. So
Okay, got it. Yeah, you had a third note.
Maybe I'll
It's
just use
legally
you guys
distinct.
doing that right there.
Okay, perfect.
I'll
That
just
works
loop
too.
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, good. All right, sorry.
Yeah. So what were you saying?
It's the same components inside the burrito as are inside the taco. And
Oh,
so I'm
right,
like,
this
why does the
bullshit.
burrito need to exist?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, make the burrito, put beans in the burrito or something. You know, you just change it up, put some different components in there. But if you're just going to put in the same purple cabbage, crisp lettuce, pico de gallo, cheddar cheese, and soy sauce, it's just a version that's fully enclosed by a tortilla. And so again, the ratio is off.
So-
it's better with just the flour corn tortilla or the flour taco tortilla. I'm getting frazzled. Sorry.
Yeah, you're getting, and I completely agree. I'm getting excited because when we were sitting, because I have an idea. When we were sitting there, we were like, a burrito, it's more of a chopped situation. You want it chopped and mixed up. So my edit for this would be chop up that tender into cubes, have it more mixed in. as opposed to a log right in the middle. You know what I mean?
100%.
Put some cheese in there.
Yeah,
too.
like because if you have like a whatchamacallit, like a chicken Caesar wrap, and you do a crispy chicken Caesar wrap, that's like a tender chopped up.
Right.
Like, you know. Like
you don't want a single tendy just sitting in the middle of it
going
like
through the middle of it. You want it dispersed and mixed in.
For sure.
Can I also say that the stuff that works on the taco, which is like this cabbage and slaw, doesn't work as well, I think, in the burrito.
No, it's
I think
unbalanced.
you got to change it up. You got to cheese it up a little bit. Like you said, Nick, beans are interesting. Maybe some a rice component or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Something you got to change it up a little
What
bit.
about like fried potatoes?
I love that.
I love that
Because I feel like that goes well with like chicken,
with some chicken and potatoes.
Some more textural variants.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Why
I
not?
think honestly, potatoes, the chicken chopped up, cabbage, and more cheese, and that's it. You know, a little cheesy, crunchy, veggie, carb, protein balance, and perfect.
I love this right here.
Yeah.
But I did think I thought the strips themselves were quite good, and I thought the taco was a lot of fun. And I would get both of those again. The burrito, I have no reason to get again when the taco exists.
Until they take our notes.
Right.
Speaking of things to not get again, can I just say the kryptonite of the meal?
Sure.
Please.
A little tie-in.
Nice.
Mike's hot honey fire sauce.
Yeah, they have some novel sauces right now.
Oh, Diablo hot honey. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Emma.
Yeah. No,
the Mike's Diablo hot honey, which is available with the nuggets or with the strips.
Chemicals.
Sucked.
Tastes like chemicals.
Tastes like science.
Yeah.
Sucked.
Yeah.
Bad.
We know there are chemicals in there. We don't want to taste them.
No.
We don't want you don't want a chemical forward meal.
It's natural.
Yeah, natural over chemical
stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's what mutagen tastes like?
Nick, that is a great question. I think it's probably close to what mutagen tastes like.
Definitely.
And I'm lucky. And if I ate that, I was near Jemmy. I would have been some sort of dog man.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I didn't
Your
even
DNA would have merged with Jemmy's. Yeah, you become a dog man.
I become like
akin to a werewolf.
Yeah.
But you'd have to be like, I'm a dog. No, I'm not a werewolf. I'm a dog
man. I know, and I have to like tell that to people all the time. Like, relax, I'm a dog man, not a werewolf.
Yeah, some guy with silver pubes is like, oh, this guy's not going to suck my dick, and then you have
no, actually, I will.
Yeah, I will. Yeah,
no problem. I'm just a dog man. I can suck your dick.
Yeah,
right. Now.
That's another movie that we could pitch as the Warner Brothers. We should pitch that as the Warner Brothers for sure.
Oh, so it's like a dog werewolf, so it's like a G-rated movie. He's like, no, he's sucking people off.
No, he's sucking people because he's like domesticated and he's like a really nice, cute guy, but people think he's scary, so they want to kill him. But he's just trying to suck you off, and it's just like confusing and sad. We're the Warner Brothers. Trust us.
Hard R. I think it would be much worse than a hard R. Yeah. He's sucking people off. I think that goes above R. I believe.
It depends on what you're showing.
Yeah, you're a great point.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would have if that was mutagen. I don't know what you would have combined with. I have no idea what was over there.
I think there was like a fly buzzing around, so probably become like a fly man. Like Jeff Goldblum
Fly man is like that's the scariest one.
That's the worst one. You don't want to be a fly.
No, you don't want to be a fly. It's the worst one.
It's the worst one.
I think you're right. It did taste like mutagen. Tastes like shit.
Very chemically. Yeah. I found it putrid. And look, this is not just us going after hot honey. I do think we're at a hot honey oversaturation point. What if I was on hot honey?
I could drizzle it on a pizza, but I don't need it beyond that.
Can I just say? Sorry.
Yeah.
If I was dog man and then you were fly guy, you'd be like following me around waiting for me to shit all day. It would be disgusting.
I would be, yeah.
Yeah, that's like
it's like my favorite thing.
Your favorite food becomes shit. That's like dog shit.
You shit out a bloody stool and then convene it over with a Dracula for it.
Wow.
He's trying to sink his fangs into it. Just want to land on it.
Honestly, another Warner Brothers movie right there.
Honestly, the classic monsters with mutagen, like that like Dracula, like mutating Dracula.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like nothing like that's ever been done.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyway, I thought that sauce was really gross, and
no good.
the other sauces are the new sauces are fun. It's weird that they also have a spicy ranch in addition to the Hidden Valley Fire Ranch.
Confusing.
Like, these things that coexist that are kind of like, and they also have the avocado verde salsa, which also it coexists with the avocado ranch sauce. So it's all like a little bit The menu feels like it's a little cluttered. It feels like they could simplify their sauce offerings a little bit. Some of them seem a little bit redundant. But yeah, the Hot Honey Diablo dip sauce is gross. The Hidden Valley Fire Ranch dip sauce is quite good.
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
I was sad that we didn't get the honey mustard one because that looked pretty good too. And then there's the Bell sauce, which I've tried the Bell sauce before, I believe. I don't know how or why. Maybe I tried the nuggets before. I thought I didn't try them ever, but I maybe did.
I was hoping that would go on another minute. I think I might have, but I didn't know if I did. But I think it's the sauce in them because I think I had the sauce, but I don't know what it was on.
But it wasn't for the show. But I think it was maybe it was from the show.
We also tried to get the Dragon Fruit Berry Aqua Refresca, which is also brand new, and the Dragon Fruit Freeze. Unfortunately, they gave us a Baja Blast Freeze,
which Amelia swears she didn't fuck up.
I believe Amelia, and also
I didn't realize the colors are different, but I wasn't paying attention to the colors.
I was gonna say, too busy fucking texting your dad some log.
Don't ask me the color of anything.
And also, they also have a Brisk Dragon Paradise Sparkling Iced Tea, which is, we think, we don't know for sure, but we think is what we got instead of the Dragon Fruit Berry Aqua Refresca, because you both are remarking that it tasted tea-like.
Yeah, had a little hint of tea. It was good, though. I really liked it. And to see the dragon fruit chunks at the top was a nice touch of class. Really took Taco Bell to another level.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I also think that it was very low tea. There wasn't a lot of tea in there.
Sure.
So which I liked.
Yeah.
It had and it wasn't too sweet.
No,
we said.
Yeah. I like an iced tea. You know what I mean? Like, I like to just taste iced tea. I don't necessarily need some sort of sweetness, but I do think for what this was, I thought it would be
much sweeter.
Yeah. It's not overly sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With prices going up on just about everything lately, being smart with your money isn't just a good idea, it's essential.
But managing subscriptions, tracking, spending, and cutting costs can feel overwhelming. Lucky for you, Rocket Money takes the guesswork out of it so you can easily make smart decisions.
Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings.
See all of your subscriptions in one place and know exactly where your money is going. For ones you don't want anymore, Rocket Money can help you cancel them. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate to lower your bills for you. They automatically scan your bills to find opportunities to save. Then you can ask them to negotiate for you. They'll deal with customer service so you don't have to. Wow.
Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features.
$500 million.
Mitch, soon you'll be saying, $740.
Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Download the Rocket Money app and enter our show name, Doughboys, in the survey so they know that we sent you. Don't wait. Download the Rocket Money app today and tell them you heard about them from our show. Do it.
All right, we should get to our fork scores here. Yeah. So, Beck, just a reminder, we'll each go around, give a closing argument, if you will, on this version of Taco Bell, the crispy chicken menu, and then give it a score from 0 to 5 forks. You are a guest seated to my left. We will begin with you. Your thoughts, your fork score on Taco Bell.
Now, the whole menu, everything I tasted collectively.
Yeah, I think,
everything you tasted today.
Okay. Not having been I don't know Taco Bell that well, so I'm not putting in context of the other menu items. My gut says a 4.
Wow.
I know that's high. So actually, I know.
No, don't be scared by his wow.
No, but I know that's like high in the Doughboys world. Like
it's very.
Honestly, I'm gonna go back down to a 3.
Oh, what the
you
fuck?
Don't have to do that.
What'd you do?
No,
God
honestly,
damn it.
I would do it 3.5. But you guys don't do halves, right?
No, we do halves.
You can do tines, yeah.
So I'm going to do 3.5.
This is why we haven't brought you back all these years.
No, we do halves.
We do quarters.
I'm going to do 3.5 because I love chicken tenders.
Yeah.
And this was chock full of really good chicken tenders, especially for this grade of restaurant.
Yeah.
So, and I thought it was fun to go to town on these tenders.
Yeah.
And I love the ranch sauce. And I thought the dragon fruit was kind of just out of otherworldly for a fast food restaurant. So 3.5.
3.5 forks.
3 forks, 2 tines.
Yeah.
Wags Wow scared you down from 4 forks.
Yeah, he scared me a little bit.
Yeah.
But but I'm getting the
falling down vibe.
But that placed me into the context of the show. 10 years of fork ratings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're doing it that often, you got to. They come down a little bit. I would imagine.
We are professionals at this now. But hey, you're an actor.
We'll bleep that.
Well, yeah, of course.
We'll just bleep that. We'll just bleep that. We'll just bleep it.
We'll bleep that.
Yeah.
Can I?
An actor. You could put it.
Yeah.
Just put overdub. You say actor.
You're an actor now.
There you go.
Yeah, you can't trust me.
Yeah.
Let me go next because I do think I spooked you a little bit, and I also think having given your rating and having maybe read into my reaction here, you might be surprised at where I go.
Oh, okay.
Because I really enjoyed this menu. I'm a big Taco Bell fan. Mitch, I will always have love in my heart for Del Taco, which I grew up with and went to more frequently than Taco Bell, but I also went to Taco Bell all the time, and I still love Taco Bell, and I know that Taco Bell is executing at a higher level than Del Taco is as far as consistency goes these days. All the new menu promotions they're trying are a lot of fun. They're hit and miss, of course, because they're just taking so many shots. But I think this one really hits. I think this is, in fact, a direct hit. I think this is a really well-executed tendy, and I think in the context of the taco, it makes perfect sense for Taco Bell. And I think the new sauces are good. The hot honey sucks, but the other ones are good. And the sauces that are actually paired with the crispy chicken taco are the spicy ranchero sauce and the avocado ranch sauce. Both are good, and then also pair nicely with the additional sauces, because I'm going to dump some fire sauce packets in one of those that you're always going to use to enhance your Taco Bell menu items. So I honestly think Taco Bell in general is a 5-fork chain. We did Mitch. Again, we had the whole menu. We did a whole Munch Madness month just figuring out the best individual menu item, and I think this one would go pretty far if we relitigated that tournament. And the crispy chicken taco and the crispy chicken strips were seeds in the bracket. I'm going to give the crispy chicken tacos and burritos menu, our Taco Bell visit today, a canonical score of 4.5 forks.
Wow.
So I'm going a little higher.
Mm-hmm. I love it, Wags. I think that's a great score.
You scared me down from my 4.
No, I mean, I'm just if you want to amend yours.
I want to say 3.5.
Okay, got it.
Oh, we can't scare you back up?
No, you can't scare me back up.
Well, I've tried my damnedest to make things go viral today.
Yeah.
And I feel like I didn't. Ew. Why is that wet?
Okay.
Oh,
that's the moment.
That's it.
That's it right there. Taste it!
I like dog piss. maybe that will work.
Licking her paws.
I think it was just drool. I think it was just drool. Yeah, I think it was just drool.
It was probably just drool. Yeah, it kind of tasted just like drool, not like dog piss.
Yeah, it definitely tastes like drool and not dog piss. Fuck, I gotta go to the bathroom again. God damn it. It's fine.
We can get your fork score. We can take a break.
I'm gonna get through. I gotta go so bad.
Tell us your fork score, or you know what? Go to the bathroom now and then come back with your fork score.
I can't do this. I can't do this pod anymore.
I can't do this pod anymore.
I gotta go. I'm gonna do this.
Jimmy's staring longingly at the door like, can I go?
Mind over matter.
Shh. Okay.
Would you rather take a shit in the chair or on the toilet? Like, your only 2 options right now.
All I know is that I'll be sending you a text of it when I'm done. You can forward it to Scorpion.
Blew me in.
Okay, let's just go over the viral breakdown. Beck's Doughboys band, we talked about that. The Good Neighbor, Birthday Boys, Squash the Beef, Warner Brothers, all that stuff we talked about. Okay. Yeah. We took the boat by the Epstein Island and we saw Trump and Elon and Jared there. We talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Okay, and we saw Tupac. We met Tupac. He's alive.
Yeah, he's alive.
Okay, all right.
I think some of the stuff you didn't talk about, but we can. But this counts.
Okay, all right. No, I think we hit all the viral points.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna shit.
That's viral right there. You go to the bathroom on this couch, and we see some of it come out.
We're almost at a point where we would do our segment. So if Mitch, if you want to take a break, it's a perfect time for us to shut down for a second.
I love Taco Bell.
Okay.
I love Taco Bell. It's a 5-fork restaurant to me.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think that this was a great.
Go to the bathroom.
You're stressing us all out.
I'm like scared now.
Or you could go in your pants.
I think that this is. I think that this is a great This is a great promotion for them.
Yeah.
I think that the burritos are kind of a strikeout,
I agree.
but I think the tenders themselves are delicious. And I'm going to go 4.5 forks as well.
4.5
guys.
forks.
Okay,
Wow.
you guys scared me back up to 4.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Taco
go.
Bell remains in the Golden Plate Club.
That was my Yeah, that was my gut. Yeah.
Wow. There you go. Where it belongs.
There it is. Yeah, there it is.
I'm going to be fine. I just got to breathe. I ate jalapenos yesterday.
Oh.
Are you having, like, just what is going on? Do you have to take a shit or is it just an
Kind of,
indigestion?
but it's just going to be too long. I don't want to spend a lot of time in there. Let's just finish the fucking...
Okay. All right.
We can finish the episode.
All right. Hey, it's time for a segment. I've got some food-related
Amelia's
jingles.
mad at me.
Something's not adding up here. Why would it take you so long if it's about to come out of you right now?
All right.
The diarrhea break.
Bathroom breakdown wise, I went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I guess that's why you call it The Blues from Elton John came on after I listened to that Ed Sheeran song.
Nice. You got it.
Or like, I guess that's why they call it the Browns?
Wow. Yeah.
I guess that's why they call it the Blues Elton John. And then before that it was Remember the Name from Ed Sheeran. Fuck, I just had it right. Ed Sheeran and 50 Cent and Eminem. That's what I played in there.
Wow.
Successful. I had to move quick. I didn't have time to wash my hands on the way back.
Oh my God.
Please don't pitch.
That's
I washed smelled fantastic. I just want to say before I left, I was in distress and I made up a couple stories. I said that Beck and I drove by Epstein Island and saw Trump and Elon and Jared there, and that was a lie.
Yeah.
And I said that we saw Tupac and Michael Jackson there alive. That's a lie.
Yeah.
If you're going to go viral, you got to go viral on your own. You can't make up stuff to go viral. So I apologize to the viral gods.
It's big of you to do that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's time for a segment. I've got some food-related jingles, and Mitch and Beck must determine which year they came out. It's another edition of Jingle All The Whey, spelled W-H-E-Y.
You've been here for 2 hours. I'm so sorry.
Is this it? Yeah, okay. Wait.
The rules of Jingle All The Whey, spelled W-H-E-Y. The closest guess.
And guess what? I'm pretty fucking good at this game, dude.
So you,
all right.
So
we'll see.
You're gonna watch You're gonna watch a video with a jingle in it. You're gonna watch a commercial and then guess which year this commercial originally aired.
All right.
The closest guess without going over wins a point. If you guess the year exactly, you get 2 points. That's the Arden Marine rule. If the game ends, Arden Marine also reviewed the Cheesecake Factory with us.
Look at that.
During the pandemic. How about that?
Oh.
If the game ends in a tie,
That might have been the person we wanted to have on instead of Beck the first time.
You wanted.
If the game ends in a tie, the guest wins. That's the Mitch Kenna rule. If the second guesser can guess a movie from the first guesser's year correctly, they get a point. That's the Murder Brian rule, and you can only do that once per game. And if you can also make the movie guess a food pun that doesn't have to be explained, you get an extra point. That's the Zach Cherry rule. You can also do that once per game. So let's just get into it, and we'll get into these extra rules as we go.
You can also add a rule if you want.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
if you come up with a new rule.
Wait, what was the last rule?
If you can also so when you guess the movie, if you can also make that movie guess a food pun that doesn't have to be explained, you get an extra point.
That's the
Zach Cherry
rule.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's just on Kimmel? Well, that's his old. Sorry, it's dated. Whatever.
If it's like. It's like if someone guesses Jaws and then you make a food pun off of like a Jaws line,
lobster claws or whatever.
Yeah.
Jaws. You picked a hard one.
We're gonna need a bigger sandwich.
Oh sure.
Then you can get an extra.
It doesn't have to be the movie title specifically.
Yeah, it's just making a food pun.
Great.
And so you can add a rule too. Also, it's been 2 hours. Sorry, but also
that's okay. Is this where are you at usually at this time? Of the
we're
podcast?
about like a quarter way through the podcast.
Yeah,
right
so we
now.
got we're the home stretch. Today's theme is KFC jingles. The first one is called Extra Crispy. Emma, let's go ahead and play this.
Extra crispy, tender on the inside, crunchy on the outside. Extra crispy.
Ooh, okay.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, extra crispy. Something different, something great. Get a bucket of chicken, finger-licking good. Have a barrel of fun, extra crispy.
Extra crispy. Something different from Kentucky Fried Chicken with a crispy, crunchy crust.
Have a finger-licking good time, barrel of fun.
Okay.
Wow.
I got a number.
Beck has a guess. You can go first, and then we'll alternate who starts.
I have a
each
guess
time.
as well.
All right. What year do you think that Extra Crispy ad originally aired?
1978.
1978.
You get to go. So you get to go first. So here's the thing: is that I could guess 1979.
Right.
Billy Corgan's favorite year.
Corgan's favorite year.
Yeah.
Of course.
And if it's over, I would win. But I actually think it's 1977. I actually really feel in my heart that it's 1977.
1978, 1977.
This is the dumbest guess I can make, by the way.
Really? Yeah. It's the worst guess you can make.
No one gets a point. You both went over 1974.
Wow.
74.
Way back in the day.
That I didn't know they had color back then.
Can I say movie?
Yeah.
Year before Jaws. It's the year before Jaws.
I mean, you don't get a point for saying year before Jaws.
Yeah, we both don't get a point. Thanks for nothing.
If you can guess a movie from 1974, you could get a point.
No, you have to guess the movie from the first guesser's guess, not the actual year of the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think you have to guess the movie before we know the answer.
I wouldn't. No, I don't know.
You don't know a movie from 1977?
I don't know when any movies are from.
1977. There's a big one in 1977. That's all I'll tell you.
74. I think it was
Jaws.
74. It's year before Jaws, I believe. I learned that recently. 1974, maybe French Connection. Is that too? And I think that's too late. I think
French Fry Connection.
It's a big one, huh?
Yeah, French Fry Connection. You got a point.
E.T. or something like that. No, I don't know. What is it?
A new Star Wars. A New Hope.
Well, you're talking about 1977, though.
But that was the one I guessed. It was you have to guess off the person's year that they guessed.
Yeah, it's a second guesser has to guess and can say a movie about the first guesser's guessed year.
Yeah. Okay. We know that.
Does that make sense?
It's clear now.
Wow,
that's crystal clear.
It's a very confusing rule.
Box office top 10, 1974.
74.
Towering Inferno,
okay.
A film that's totally been in memory hold that was a gigantic hit.
Mm-hmm.
Blazing Saddles.
Wow.
Young Frankenstein, same year.
Wow.
Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein. Isn't that wild to think about?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Earthquake, another back in that Towering Inferno era when like disaster picks were so huge that ruled the box office. The Trial of Billy Jack, The Godfather Part 2, Airport 1975, again, another disaster movie.
74 was Godfather 2, huh?
Yeah, Godfather Part 2. Airport 1975, which like Airplane is basically spoofing that movie and related movie. The Longest Yard, the original, The Death Wish, and The Life and Times of Grizzly Adams. How about that?
I should know 1978 movies because you guessed 78, but we won't get into it.
Chinatown also came out in 1974.
Damn.
It's an all-time.
Fuck. We're dumb.
So dumb, honestly.
All right, next up.
Towering Inferno. I gotta write this down so I remember looking at it. Okay.
This ad is called Chicken Littles, Come and Go With Me.
Chicken Littles, come and go with me. Chicken Littles, only at KFC. Chicken
Wow.
Littles, come
That's
and
nice.
go with
So
me.
high fives.
Chicken Littles,
This is clearly a 50s commercial.
Yep.
Joey, is that Joey?
It looks like Joe.
It is indeed a young Matt LeBlanc.
Wow.
Do I get a point for that? I should.
But no, because you called him Joey and his name's Matt LeBlanc.
We can add a rule if you want.
You can add a rule, but it would just give me a point. So I don't know if that's the rule you want to add. You can add a rule if you recognize from some of the commercials, you get points,
Right.
But you can make it so you have to say the celebrity's name, not a character they play.
Which means you would get a point. It's pretty fucked up.
I think you have to say a character they play.
Oh, you want
Mitch
me
would
to?
get a
I
point.
would
Yeah, sure, I'll give you a point.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let me write this down. We have
The Beck Bennett rule has been added.
Yes.
That's freaking awesome.
All right, so I'm going to make a confession here.
All right, so Mitch has 1 point.
I was conscious when this ad came out.
Wow.
Oh, so you know when it came out?
No, I do not.
But you remember seeing it?
I remember seeing. I remember seeing this ad, and I also remember. I mean, look, Joey, aka Matt LeBlanc, is a big part of this guess here. But I remember eating. I get to guess first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to say 1989, which could open you up to some movie guesses.
Mitch says 89.
1989 is my guess. I think that this is a few years. This is a young Matt LeBlanc, one of his first. Oh man, maybe 1990 exactly. 1989. I'll stick with 89.
1989 is your guess. Yeah. Beck, what do you think?
Without going over. Oh God.
You could really.
I mean, I guess it'd be a smart guess to do 1990, but then we could both be over. You said 89.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going 88.
You could go 88. You could go 1980 and catch the whole decade.
Yeah, I realize that. Yeah, I'm gonna go 1980.
You're gonna go 1980, and you are going to get a point here because Chicken Little's Come and Go With Me came out in 1987.
Oh, 2 years before. Okay.
So you each have a point apiece. Next up, this one's called Around the World.
Around the world.
There's just one thing we do. Just one, senor.
We make the world's favorite chicken. We make it especially for you.
No other pie chicken, it's alright.
Prepared by hand. What a lovely sight.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right.
Okay.
So obviously a spot meant to be for an international audience.
Yeah, very inclusive.
Great.
That British accent did not feel real.
No.
I hope that was the only not real accent in the entire commercial because a lot of it is worrisome, I guess you could say.
Yeah, a little bit.
Anyway, I had a good time and I enjoyed the commercial.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Beck, you're guessing first this time. What year do you think Around the World came out?
So the last commercial came out in 87.
That's correct.
I think this came out in 1983.
1983 is the guess.
Fuck. If you guessed 1 year earlier, that would have been Fallout E.T. But 1983. I should know movies from 83. You just gave me a look like I should know one.
You should know a couple.
Was it like batteries not included or some bullshit?
Exactly.
I'm going to give you a hint.
You won't give me a hint. All right. 1983. I'm not going to guess a movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's one later. I'm going to say that this is a tricky one. It's 1980. Ooh, fuck. I don't know. You said 1983. I'm going to go 1984. Oh, wait.
You said it.
Yeah, 1984. I'll go 1984.
1984. Again, you both overshot it. 1982.
82, my birth year.
Yeah.
I just said 82.
Yeah, that would have been awesome for you.
Yeah.
You would have gotten 2 points.
Sorry, buddy.
But you blew it.
Next up, this one
is
called,
I fucking know, dude.
Still 1 point apiece. We have next, Cross the Road, Jack.
Cross the road, Jack, to a place with a taste that's more, that's more, that's more, that's
I think I was conscious.
I was conscious for this one, too. This is one I very much remember. This is one like I sang.
Yeah. You sang the song for this commercial?
That's me. Can you believe it?
You should have kept singing, man. That's some. Was that kid? That kid kind of looks like the kid from Jerry Maguire.
Jonathan Lipnicki? I'm not sure if it is.
Can I quickly say?
I think I get a point.
I know.
Okay, I'll give you.
You're going to give him a point?
I mean, because the thing, I don't have confirmation, so I have to go off of.
I have confirmation for you. Jonathan Lipnicki wasn't born, you fucking fool.
Yeah, no, I won't take.
He wasn't born
in 1990. I'm going to guess 1990. I'm going to guess 1990.
Mitch is guessing 1990.
Okay.
The year Lipnicki was born.
I'm gonna go
1990.
So okay.
Wow. I'm gonna go 91.
And Beck, you were going to get a point because this came out actually all the way in 1997.
Wow.
You can believe that.
1997.
So it could have been Lipnicki.
It could have been Lipnicki because Jerry Maguire, I think, is out that same year or the year before.
Wow. Maybe
oh my God.
Is it Lipnicki?
Then I get a point.
I don't know if it's Lipnicki.
All right, give him the point.
I feel like you should get an
points.
extra point. So
Jerry
Beck has
Maguire
3.
Came out in 1996.
So
yeah.
Beck has 3 points. Mitch has 1 point.
Wow. Shot to the top of the chart.
So a couple more left.
A couple more left. All right, 2 hours, 11 minutes in.
This one's from KFC Australia. This is called KFC Hot Cold Bag.
You buy chips and chicken in a pack. You put anything cold back to back. You get a hot cold picnic bag as well. Can't wait for the steal from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now the bag's worth $12, maybe more. 10 pieces of chicken and chips make more. But you get the lot and you're doing fine for a crazy $15.99. You buy 10 pieces of chicken, that's fine. Plus chips for $15.99.
Especially Australia bucks.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the steal from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Can't wait.
That's what they call their dollars. Australia bucks.
Australians do love KFC.
They love KFC, and he did a little chicken thing for the chicken.
Yeah, he did. I thought that was really nice.
I do not know. I don't recognize this actor. This is Australia, so
I don't remember who's guessing first. Who guessed first last time? Beck is going first this time. KFC Hot Cold Bag. What year?
Last one was 97. It was a cold bag. Australia.
It's the I don't think of there being as any sort of Australian rap scene. Like seeing Australians rap in like 1990 feels very
well, don't give us clues.
Oh yeah, I just said the year. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go 95.
Did you say the year?
Did you say it?
I accidentally said it, but you guys didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
I did accidentally say the year aloud.
You fool.
Wow. Well, I didn't hear it. It's unbelievable. We're the fools for not hearing it. He gave us the answer.
Unless you really did hear it and I don't know, I'm going to say the year 2000.
You both overshot the year that I said aloud, which was 1990.
Wow,
So
damn.
no one gets a point.
Wait, what year did you say?
I said 95.
95. Fuck. I'm
You
trying
gave
to
us the
move
answer.
from 95. My brain is just mush lately.
I have a hard time associating movies with particular.
I know one
years.
from 1990. Can I say that?
Yeah, sure. You won't get a point, but you can say it.
Goodfellas, Dances with Wolves.
Were those both 1990s? Huh.
Dances with Wolves won the Oscar. Goodfellas didn't win the Oscar.
Oh.
Was Last of the Mohicans? No, not Last of the Mohicans. Anyways,
We have one more.
One last one.
Now, this is a radio jingle only.
All right, this at least
This
looks older.
is your chance to redeem yourself.
So
Okay, this is challenging.
This
It's
is
1 to 3.
just a radio jingle. Yeah, it's anyone's game because, Mitch, you can score more than 1 point here.
That's true. I could score 3 points.
You could
technically.
score, yes. This one is called Perfect Companion Potato Wedges.
Oh.
Introducing KFC's new potato wedges. They're the perfect companion to the Colonel's original recipe.
A perfect companion is with you till the end.
Yes.
Like a father, son, mother, daughter.
Or your wife's boyfriend.
Or your wife's boyfriend? Did they say it? Did it?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, this is Sam Elliott reminding you to think about the companions in your life. Whether it's that apple core that had you thinking, hell, one more time wouldn't hurt. Or the Viagra you just took.
Oh, this is fake.
Okay, so I see what's going on here. Yeah, I see the...
Was it Drop King? Is this Drop King?
Hey guys, Drop King here. Hope you enjoyed that very real and oddly Doughboys specific jingle from KFC. Was it actually created by drop maker Seagulls? Who can say? Cheers to you all, DK.
Can I guess a year?
Yeah.
2024.
So 2024 is a guess.
Yeah, but he's been sitting on it. I don't think it has been
I'm going to say 2025.
Beck is going to get it and win. In
Wait.
fact, Beck gets an extra point.
Wait, it was 2025?
It came out this year. Yeah, someone created this for this segment.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess.
They were trying to make it sound like a specific year. If you want to try to guess,
I was going 70s for sure.
I'm gonna say this though, Wags. I'm gonna
Yeah.
guess from his guess 2025 Sinners, and then I'm gonna also say Dinners. So that's 2 points I just allotted for myself.
You did get 2 points, so you lose by a margin of 5-3. Well done, Beck.
Thank you so much.
And you've added a rule. How about that?
I mean, I absolutely crushed the game.
You sure did.
Killing the game. My man. It was a pleasure to
give props
play.
to you, dude.
It was a pleasure to play. What is the longest episode that you guys have ever done?
We've done longer than this.
We've not even close?
3.5
Okay, great.
hours.
Because I'm sitting here seeing the 216
Yeah.
being like, I did something wrong.
No, you didn't know. I know. We're having fun.
I'm having a blast.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe, I'm sitting here going like, oh no. Meanwhile, it's like, oh yeah.
Oh, I think it's
Yeah, I think that's the way we're
And
doing
it's
it.
like,
Oh, yeah.
maybe that's like, honestly, I'm going to look at my life differently. And I came in here being like kind of an oh no, glass half empty kind of guy. And now I kind of see it half full and I'm going, oh yeah.
You got to
Be more like the Kool-Aid
pitcher
man.
full, like the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah.
Dude, this was awesome. This changed my whole view on life.
We just have one question before you leave.
Yep.
It's an email question.
Just like a restaurant about your feedback, let's open to the feedback. Today's email is from Emily. Emily writes, back in middle school, I had a friend who was a vegetarian since she was 5. One day we were talking about pizza, and she said that her favorite was pepperoni.
Of course it was.
We had to break the news to her at age 13 that pepperoni is not, in fact, made from peppers, and her parents had been lying to her. What's a food lie your parents
That's
told you as a
fucked up.
kid so you just shut up and eat, or a misconception you had about a food for an embarrassingly long time?
This is a great
I don't
question.
remember my parents lying to me like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never lied to me to make me eat meat.
Yeah.
My dad always told me that eating pineapple made your cum sweeter.
Okay.
Your dad told you that?
Yeah, my dad would always tell me that.
Got it. But that's true, though. So that's not a lie.
Yeah.
My sister once told these toddlers, her ex-boyfriend's kids that she was trying to get to eat dinner, that they wouldn't eat their broccoli, and she told them that broccoli turned into cupcakes in their tummies. And so then they would eat their broccoli like every time they made it because they thought it was going to be cupcakes after they ate it. And it worked like a charm, which is very funny.
That's very funny. That's good. Maybe I'll try that on my son.
My mom used to say to me, this is the thing I just remember, if health is your wish, then eat more fish. That's what she used to say.
That's a nice saying.
That's pretty good.
Very New England of her.
Yeah.
You know, I think this is a classic one, but so it's not that unique to me. But the carrots will help you see better.
Yeah, that's like your
I
old
heard that one a
tale.
lot.
Yeah. That's the only campaign.
Tuna is brain food was another one.
Tuna is brain food.
Yeah, do you remember hearing that?
No.
Yeah, I think I've heard that.
And tuna is brain food.
That feels along the same lines as if health is your wish, eat more fish.
Right.
My, you know, they always say they used to say to me, if you eat so much pizza, you're going to turn into a pizza. They used to say
I do
that
remember
to me.
that.
And which did scare me.
Yeah.
And then I did have acne. I was greasy and had acne. So I guess it kind of came true. It kind of came true in the end. Yeah.
I was told walnuts are good for your brain because they're the shape of a brain.
I've actually heard that before.
That's a good lie.
That's a great lie.
Is it a lie?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it probably helps. Probably helps you think.
I mean, I
somewhat.
guess maybe walnuts are good brain food. I have no idea.
Yeah, who knows?
Sorry for so quickly shutting you down, Emma.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But I can't.
feel
That
like it
can't
might
be
be trash.
real, right? It can't.
Everything must feed your brain to some degree.
Great point.
Right? Because if you're malnutrition, that's a word, right? If you're malnutrition,
Malnutrition's a word, yeah.
If you're malnutritioned, then you can't think straight.
That is
Malnourished?
That's what I was going for.
Walnuts offer a rare combination of chemicals that help boost brain function,
Holy
including
shit.
omega-3 fatty acids.
Oh, the omega-3 fatty acids.
I'm
are
such a
huge for the
fucking
brain.
dumbass. I just came out, screamed at Emma.
Yeah, that was a
What's
big
new?
mistake.
What's the cum killer? There's the one that you like the opposite of pineapple juice, the one you would drink.
You
And
think
say,
of
like,
Cop
you get rid
Killer,
of your
the
cum.
song?
I thought it was like a yellow 5 dye.
Yeah, right,
Yellow
yeah,
5 dye.
yeah.
That was the big. That was a big.
So that might be in like a pineapple candy. So artificial pineapple might kill your sperm, but then real pineapple will make
Brings
it
it-
taste great.
And
Makes it taste
RFK
right.
Jr. is trying to stop that stuff. So it's
He
like
is.
it's actually awesome. And like
It's
I
great.
actually believe in everything that RFK Jr. says. And like a lot of people don't understand that he has like a lot of really good points about the food color
Right.
dye and like trying to make our cum bigger and stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
Viral moment number
6.
I think I'm on board with RFK Jr., but they got to watch the 2 hours and 20 minutes to find out that I don't. Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to remember a misconception me as a dumbass kid had.
What about if you eat watermelon seeds, a watermelon would grow?
That's
in
a
your
good
mouth?
one, Emma.
yeah.
Remember hearing that one, and then
Or
also
apple seeds.
the same thing with like you swallow gum, it takes 7 years to digest, which I don't
Wasn't
think
there
is
one about
at all
growing
true.
tall? There was some food to grow tall. There was a,
Well, there's always talk about caffeine stunts your growth, but I
milk.
don't know if that might actually be true. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Milk,
I
they
mean,
had the commercials where they're like, "I'm tiny now," and then I'd be like, "But I'm drinking milk," and then there was like an older actor. Do you remember these commercials at all?
No, I don't.
You don't remember these? These are like a very
No.
big milk
I
campaign.
don't remember that.
Thank you, Casey.
I remember my mom. I mean, maybe this is true to some degree, but like that fried food would clog my arteries.
Yes,
I think that is
that,
true. to
Is
some
that true?
degree.
Like, I mean, but really, like if you eat it all day long, but you know what I mean? Like as a kid, I was like, oh God, I had a lot of fried food. I was like, are my arteries going to be clogged?
I had the same issue after my grandpa died of a heart attack. I did not touch fast food for a very long time. I was very nervous about the burgers I had
Wow.
eaten.
I mean, I guess like she's trying to scare me. So
Yeah,
but
a good scare tactic.
good scare tactic.
Yeah.
But yeah. Guess it's true to some degree.
I remember one. I don't remember where I heard it, but I heard it takes 2 days to digest a bagel.
Interesting.
That's-
I don't know if that's true.
It sounds like
That's-
bullshit.
I don't think that-
but
I think
it's-
that
maybe
is-
is true.
that's-
I don't fucking
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Your mom should go on scare tactics, scare people with that little factoid.
She really should.
Yeah, I think she'd be great at
She'd
it.
been like getting a little goblin costume and like, pop up behind people and be like, that's gonna clog your arteries.
I'm actually remembering one now
Go
'cause
away.
I'm realizing like most of the stupid shit I heard from adults was from Scoutmasters and the Boy Scouts of America. And in Boy Scouts of America, there was a time when the Scoutmasters were like, "Don't drink water when
Wow.
you're hiking because then that'll make you more dehydrated. Instead, you want to suck on a rock."
What the
So like
fuck?
kids would like suck, like find a pebble and like suck on a pebble while they're
This
walking
seems
around.
like
have more
they're-
saliva.
And then just like,
Yeah, exactly. And then just be dehydrated and then just like get sick.
wow.
I remember like I went on this long
Slippery
fucking
slope.
hike.
Suck on a rock.
Yeah,
seems like
exactly.
a first step.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do remember a lot of like just completely bullshit advice, like, you know, from that's the same place I'd be like, oh, well, you go to the mountains, you're going to be closer to the sun, so you're more going to get sunburn. It's like, no, what are we talking about? This makes absolutely no difference, in astronomical.
Those Scoutmasters are full of shit.
They're all fucking
all
dumb.
full of
They're
shit,
all
yeah.
there. The most valuable thing I learned in Boy Scouts, where I wasted so many weekends of my childhood, was that adults can be stupid.
Yeah.
And like learning that at a young age of like, oh, you're a kid's dad, but you're a fucking idiot. Like you just came in a lady, and then now you have a kid in Boy Scouts, or you're a weird childless man who's volunteering with the Boy Scouts for some non-suspicious reason. But either of these category, but you're just fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Like you have like a double-digit IQ.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what the fuck you're doing, and you're trying to provide guidance to children. You're trying to say like, oh, this is what you should do, but it's like you don't know anything yourself. You're fucking dumb.
I would love to see the guy you're talking about just cut to this guy like sucking on a bunch of rocks, and, like trying to start a fire and like just getting lost in the woods. Just like you actually had a really dumb guy, really random dude. But do they give you a badge for that, for learning?
Yeah, for learning that adults are dipshits.
I did get not for that specifically, but I did get the riflery and shotgun shooting merit badges, and like the context of that was just like we went out to the desert and like one of the Scoutmasters just had a bunch of guns. He's like brought his guns and just like a 12-year-old like just shoot a 12-gauge shotgun.
Jesus.
Damn. Yeah. So it's just like we were all just like I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, okay, I'll shoot a handgun. That's fun, you know.
Didn't you get a badge for sucking a stone until it dissolved? Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Wags.
A lot of fun.
That was a great question. I want to say this.
Yeah.
Caroline and Vincy, my cat sitters.
That's right.
/ friends, gave me this little TGI Fridays unabridged dictionary of food and drink.
Love Caroline and Vincy. Caroline Anderson, for people who listen to Comedy Bang Bang, a.k.a. Scaroline. Scaroline, who always helps me out with my
Vincy, my
Monster
cat
Mash
sitters
bit.
and friends, gave me this nice little...
They're the best.
This nice little old school dictionary here from TGI Fridays. We'll look through it at some point.
I can't wait to look through that.
I'm
gonna take a little peek right now.
Wow.
Wow.
If you have a question or comment about the world of chain restaurants, you can email us at feedback@birdfuck.com or leave us a voicemail 830-GODO. That's 830-463-6844. Our producer is Emma Erdbrink. Our associate producer is Amelia Marino. Our supervising video producer, Casey Donahue. Our video editor, Mike Dorfman. Doughboys apparel merchandise available in partnership with Kinship Goods at kinshipgoods.com/doughboys. And the Doughboys Double Our weekly bonus episode is over at patreon.com/doughboys. Beck Bennett, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I had a blast.
You don't need the Doughboys to promote the Superman movie, but you are in Superman on July 11th.
Tell us
Go
about
check it out. Go see movies in theaters.
Yes.
Tell you about it now? No, it's the end.
No, but tell us about it.
It's amazing. I've seen it. It's incredible.
Oh, that's awesome.
You will love it. It's a great movie. I'm so proud to be a part of it. You're gonna love it.
You said you shot 1 week in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Which is a great Family Guy spinoff. But also there is a moment in the trailer where they're like at that Cleveland hotel that I stayed at.
I stayed there too. That's where we all stayed.
Yeah, it was a cool hotel. Yeah.
It was awesome. But I lost my wedding ring at the gym.
That's
right.
My last day.
That's a bummer.
And I filed police reports, did everything, called every pawn shop in the area. Nothing.
In Cleveland, is there anything that maybe if our listeners can help?
Completely nondescript, just like gold wedding band, nothing.
Do you
remember? Should have put my number on the inside.
Was the context like you took it off to work out?
And I put it in my wallet.
You put it in your wallet,
Or maybe I just put it in. No, I'm pretty sure I put it in my wallet. I always do.
Yeah.
And I put it in my wallet and put it back in my pocket, but maybe it popped out in the room or something. I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
But hey, Superman.
Very cool.
That's cool.
Very cool.
You can replace a wedding ring. You can't replace Superman.
Well said.
Well, very well said. I think our final viral moment.
And my wife stands behind that.
You also you have something I know you can't talk about. I know we have to be cagey about it, but you and Kyle have something that people can look forward to this fall, right?
Yes, this fall. Me and Kyle Mooney, longtime collaborators from Good Neighbor, Saturday Night Live. Mm-hmm. We have a little something coming out in the fall.
Wow.
I'm like not allowed to talk about it, but because it's like there's a super powerful company that's behind it, and they're
Yeah.
not letting me leak it out.
Right.
So we got to just wait because we're gonna give somebody an exclusive.
Yeah.
Not us.
Not you.
us. Well,
No.
This is
So-
such a thing. This is like
This is a pre-exclusive though,
This
which
is
we love.
this is a pre-exclusive. This is
This
not
is
the
a-
exclusive.
This is a tease.
This is a tease of something that's coming. This is a thing where we have to run now this tease by that super powerful company to make sure that we did not go like cross the line as far
Probably,
as
yeah.
saying
Yeah.
something. So
Yeah, we do not want to get in trouble.
we're having to be very cagey here, but it's very exciting.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm very excited about it. And yeah,
We're very excited about that and about Superman. We can't wait to see it. Go see movies, like Weig said. And Weig, I also want to just give a shout out. The guy, Matt, Mary wrote in. She said her name. Mary from West Virginia wrote in that her husband Matt was on Jeopardy.
That's right.
He won like 3 days in a row, and then I was at Red Lion after Playhouse Masterpieces, and I saw him. He sadly lost on Friday, but I saw him.
But still,
he maybe our smartest listener, Matt. I don't know if he listens to the show actually, but he congrats to Matt for a
Very
few,
exciting.
a few days
Congrats
running on
to Matt.
Jeopardy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Really cool.
And I just would like to end this on a quick prayer, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure,
Absolutely. Join in prayer.
Dear God, thank you for this podcast. Thank you for all the viral moments that we had today, and for my friend Beck and my friend Nick, and for the Deus and Jemmy and Wally and Irma and everyone else. Thank you, God. I love you. Thank you. Amen.
Thank you. I love you too, God.
Thank you, God. Also, thank you to my master, Satan, the devil.
Nick.
Nick, you slipping that in there. Old Beelzebub.
That'll do it for this episode of Doughboys. Until next time, for the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell, I'm Tiger Weiger. Happy eating.
See ya.
Peace out.
That was a Headgum podcast.